Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday so far. Lovely to have you all here. Let me swap on over to the scene. There we go. Pop the audio on. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a lovely time. Saxon Girl and Hamish, Triple Gnome, Happiest Fun Rock, and Annette, thank you all for stopping by. And also Sparg EN, thank you so much for the follow as well. Lovely to have you here. We're going to be doing a little bit of excuse me, a little bit of the usual gold making, and then we'll probably go over and have a look at a bit of Shadowlands as well. We can do that as well. There are lots of good things coming up. And so Room 7, good day to you as well. Very much good morning here in the US. Sepon, is it? It's probably quite early for you, isn't it, in the morning? And Jack, good afternoon to you. I hope you're having a lovely afternoon so far. Ready for the weekend, hopefully. And good evening, no, afternoon, exactly, Trishan, something like that. I still need to get used to doing the afternoon streams. I believe, now I haven't tested this, so we may be pointing in the wrong direction, but we do have a cookie cam as well. She's fast asleep on the bed, so we'll add her in there as well. And we can have a sleeping cookie as well as everything else. 8 AM in the east. Okay, and that's even in the east, isn't it, 7 o'clock? So it's going to be a few hours before that as well. Been making weird spreadsheets about the Relic 5 stuff and haven't been able to concentrate on your actual job at all. Happy as that reminds me so much of what I used to do during my job as well. Once I got that brainworm of something and spreadsheets and things, the whole Relics thing it's very interesting. There's been a few discussions I've seen going about on Reddit, and Gumdrops tweeted out a post as well. There's a lot of different stuff here. 10 PM in Melbourne. Oh, that's a good price. Good price, good time. First, so I'm too much in the gold making mood already. Lovely to have you here all the way from Melbourne. You haven't even slept yet, Jack. Wow, that is super late. I hope you're not burning the candle at both ends. You replied under the retweet. Oh, was yours that one? Ah, okay. You can't afford us. You know why? Why was that? Hold on, Habius. I don't think I got your... was your tweet the one with the extra bits? Hold on, let me have a look. Oh, there's a whole load more notifications as well. Oh, yes, I see. Yeah, sorry. I was reading the first name, Habius. I didn't recognise the other one. I can see how you've definitely gone on that. I saw there was more replies to that as well. Now I've made the connection. There we go. Yeah, you made... It's not a stupid chart at all. It's a fantastic chart. We all have a good spreadsheet here. Now I've made the connection. I didn't see the actual the Twitch username. I saw mainly just the first name. And who have we got? Mr. Kara, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. And that would just actually make this a little bit bigger because I can actually read the text very easily here. That should hopefully help out my eyes a little bit. There we go. I'll move that over here so I can see that. And that's all there. And there we go. This is Walt. Right. Gold Dipper. You've gone back into your website, Jack. Is this the same one? Let me have a look. Gold making news and tips. This is fantastic. Make TSM sources easier and shorter. Economy impact on linking realms. I'm looking forward to this, Jack. I can see why. Lovely to see you back into making websites again. I really missed your dipping into gold one. That is fantastic. I look forward to seeing that one evolve. Now I can understand completely. Hello from your parents' bubble bath. Wow, interesting, Rose. That's very exotic. Camera, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you. There we go, we'll have a look, here we go. So we can see here. This is Jack's new website. Fledgling site at the moment. We've got some news. What have you got here? Shadowlands, WoW Economy Discord, World of Warcraft, join in the game community. Oh, fantastic, you got the community link there. TSM beta, sign up. I like this front page. This is really nice, Jack. That's very nice. Yeah, that's good afternoon to you. I hope you're doing well. That's fantastic, Jack. That's going to be brilliant to see. Let me just catch up on chat. I missed a few other things. There we go. Camera, good afternoon to you. And Banaft, is that Banafto? If I need a real, if you need a real free, high quality service to increase viewers, check. Okay. That's probably not, that's more like spam, I think. Something like that. Hold on, can we I'll do a timeout for that. That's not really appropriate advertising. Here we are. There we are. The Real Ginny, good afternoon to you. Did it say 2 p.m? Did it, Real Ginny? I must have got it wrong. There we go. And devoting, good evening, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, let me just catch up on everything. That threw me a little bit then. Let me just go on. So you could not use the old name, the Dipping into Gold. Ah, right, so you had to do a new one, definitely. You didn't see Gumdrop's original tweet for some reason, but you saw my retweet. Got myself going there, and yeah. There's a, oh look, Nebuloid bags for 17 gold. That's fantastic. Glad I've sold some of those. There we go. That's 4 of them gone already. That's a good start. Check out the tools of the website. Hold on, let me just scroll down. I missed a whole load of stuff coming in there. There we go. Come down here, and got tips, guides, and then we've got tools. Let's go have a look here. Economy impact on linking realms, gold making tips, add-ons and websites. Ah, here we go. Wow, you have been busy. TSM, Auctionator, and Gathermate 2. And Roots. Very nice, Jack. You've been busy. You've been very busy. No worries. There we go. Right, let me just scroll up. See if I missed anything here. There we go. Maybe 2 p.m. server time. It could be that from an EU point of view, perhaps. Let me just pop that back over this side so I can just see everyone coming in. And there we go. It is 2 p.m. in Sweden, Annette. Thank you so much. It's 2 p.m. somewhere, certainly. Ashley, Louis, good afternoon to you. Thank you for the new TSM vids. When's the next video coming out, do I think? No hassles, just can't wait. So I'm doing a getting started in TSM Professionals video first. So that's going to come out, if I can get and scrape out the time, it'll be Saturday, but most likely it'll be Sunday. That one will come out. And then Monday, I'll do the recording of things for the next Let's Play series to come out again Tuesday, probably at the earliest, I would think, given my schedule at the moment. But I'm trying to fit in all the streams and the things like that and do family stuff as well, so it's kind of like a balancing act, but I will try and get you on as soon as possible, certainly. Mark 50, good morning to you. Lovely to have you here. You made a list of recommended websites, but I think you're missing some. Let me have a look. Tools, websites. Under my journal, WoW Professions, WoW Pets, WoW Economy, Reddit, and WoW Token Prices. Other ones I would look at, so we've got that. There's a few of the WoW Pets ones, isn't there? There's the Zoo... Is it Zoofu's Wet Pet site? I can't remember. There's a few different pets ones, certainly. Maybe cross-reference with Moziltov's GitHub site that he's got going, because that's got some good resources in as well. Maybe you can combine the two, perhaps. Oreo is going to be fast asleep downstairs, I imagine, but we do have a cookie today. She's nicely resting on the bed at the moment. And my NA Lightbringer videos have been a hit among many of your guildies. Oh, fantastic, Hafius. I'm glad I'm pleasantly surprised as to how well they've been received, and it only encourages me to make more of them, certainly. So I'm definitely going to do that. Sip Schweppes and eat strawberries. Wow, Rose, you're living the life of luxury, definitely. Yeah, I'm going to put his GitHub in the content creators page with his Twitch links and stuff. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Jack. Adriana, good morning to you. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. And Will, happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you all here. All ready for a nice afternoon of relaxed Friday gold making and a bit of Shadowlands and generally investigating professions and things. We'll probably have a look at the whole Relics of the Past thing, because that's still kind of a thing at the moment. I've still got my shopping operation that I made for potential relics, that it's still worth just kind of, I think, prospecting on is the only thing I can really think about with all these different things. Obviously, looking at this, you can see already some people have been doing the same kind of things and speculating. Looking at the price of, I saw it there, Tempest Hide, 493,000. So that's one of the cheaper ones, certainly. BRX Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. Mess around with Relics some more. Yeah, it's interesting. I tried, after I saw your spreadsheet, I wasn't sure whether the all items in Shadowlands Beta would craft to 100, and I tested the brown linen pants, which I thought wouldn't craft to item level 100, because with my testing a lot of them didn't go to 100, and it did go to 100, and so the 50 gold price was like, wow, that is really expensive. But if you look at things like this, the netherweave cloth and the mageweave cloth, 40 and 50 silver. The netherweave one's a speculation, I think, at this point. Let me just, actually what I'll do is I'll go into beta as well. We'll have a look at this whilst we're talking about it, and we'll have a look and see whether they've changed that tailoring relic that was a test gun with the update. Let's see if they've changed that to something else, perhaps. Yeah, they didn't craft at the correct level before that. So let's have a look in the mall. Let's go to Bastion. Oh no, you're actually in the wrong. Test Relic Dan. This is the person we need. I wonder what he was doing this morning. Let's have a look at this one. 7 subs to 50 on your YouTube. Oh, fantastic, Will. That's the first target, very close to done. Grimdall, oi oi, good afternoon to you, hope you're doing well. If you feel free, Will, if you want to post your YouTube link in chat, please do. And Viper, good morning, good afternoon to you, hope you're doing well. Or did you have to get it yourself? So what I want to check here, as we're here, let's just go have a look. So it was the Cultiran, Legion, Draenor, Cataclysms. Now I don't have the relics here for all of them. Let me have a look. So we're looking at relic of the past 5 was Runecloth, then Mageweave and Silkcloth. It was the Outland one that was the gun, which is now, yes, this still says 64 test green gun for a relic of the past 5. Now my guess from this is this is all netherweave cloth up to this point, and then it's the gun for these two. My guess this would be imbued netherweave rather than netherweave if you were going to use this. But obviously imbued netherweave takes a little bit to craft. The best one, I think, for cloth anyway, is probably WOD, isn't it? Looking at that, under the Draenor patterns, the Sumptuous Fur, 7 Sumptuous Fur is quite cheap really to get one of those, I think. So when we were looking at the various things here that are cheap, Mageweave cloth is quite cheap here. Windwool is the other one I'm thinking of. This is the one I'm looking at that's currently 1 gold 97. I wonder if that's going to be one that's potentially cheap. Yeah, for cloth it was Sumptuous Fur. Sumptuous Fur is currently sitting at 2 gold 50. So with all the netherweave and mageweave and the windwool, you have to make bolts. So it's a multiple of that to make the bolts. Whereas the Sumptuous Fur, I think, is probably going to be a relatively easy one. I mean, I could, from a speculation point of view, because I would buy these anyway, look at those, buy out 2 gold 50. I would potentially, if I was to speculate, I would use these on hexweave bags anyway. Looking at that price, I would buy all of those up to speculate at that and see what happens there. Yeah, the windwool is 7 bolts, which is the main thing here, so that at 2 gold is probably more expensive. The good thing about some of the windwool stuff, though, if you go back over to Shadowlands and you look at the windwool under Pandaria, and you look at the crafted, let's have a look at the pants. Actually, they might be slightly cheaper. the Gladiator's Fellweave trousers. These ones are item level 100 without even using a relic. The ones before need a relic to go from 39 up to 100 with a relic, but the actual malevolent ones take 8 bolts of windwool cloth, and that vendors for 62 gold looking at that one. So 7 times 5, so this is 7 times, how many bolts, how many windwool bolts, how many cloth takes a windwool cloth, if that makes sense. Bolt of white cloud belt windwool, where's the bolt of windwool cloth? Have I got in my favourites? Hold on, let me have a look. You got 330,000 on view. And you could also possibly farm the sumptuous fur as well. Yeah, that's the other one. Is it 5 windwool cloth per bolt? Oh right, okay, so 7 times 5 on that, which will be 35 cloth, so 35 times 2 would get you to 70 gold, and that sells for 62, so that wouldn't be cost effective with that many bolts, certainly. I didn't realise it was quite that many for the bolt of windwool cloth. Bolt of W. It doesn't actually come up here. Let's have a look. Windwool hood, windwool tunic. This is in my learned tab, isn't it? Windwool pants. Tailoring patterns. It's down there. Bolt of woolen. Bolt of windwool cloth. There it is. Yeah. So it takes 5. That's the main problem there. That's the one we're looking at, which is expensive. So looking at the list there, if we were to go back to the list here, the shopping list, netherweave is again bolts of netherweave. If it's potentially imbued netherweave, then you need, I think, arcane dust to go with that, and arcane dust is quite expensive at 3 gold 98. So looking at the prices there, true iron ore might be one thing you could look at, looking at the price of those. Hold on, I've got double sound going on here. Let me just turn off sound, the music on there. That was confusing me somewhat. There we go, that's better. Okay, what did I miss? Glad Play Games, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing Windwool is super easy to farm. I recommend a Beastmaster monk, a Brewmaster monk on the Isle. Okay. Yeah, convert, you could passively farm the sumptuous fur, definitely voodoo, I think, looking at that. And then as Drizzling Rose says, getting the wolves, doing the wolves and doing the farm there, you've got options there. So there are farming options for a lot of these materials. Whether this turns into a really profitable thing, we're going to have to look at the price of things. I think sumptuous fur, as you said, was probably the best one. The true iron ore, what was that for? That was for... what I'm going to do is bring up, where's my Wowhead blog, because that had the ones that I was thinking of on there. Yeah, Sumptuous easy too. They're all B-side farm in the new Nagrand, again with a monk as well, definitely. Also add a lot to your crafting. There's like 2 seconds per bolt. Yes, that's another point, actually, making the bolts. I mean, the whole theory behind a lot of these is the amount of AFK crafting you can do, certainly. Dutchy Doodards, good afternoon to you. Lovely to have you here. Good evening from South Korea. So good, lovely to have you here. Thanks for all the videos and encouragement to the community. After buying a Hexweave bag for 1.1 million gold in December, when the auction house changes happened, you gave up on gold making. This month you made it back and trying to get the long boy in a hurry. Watch my videos, has been hugely inspiring. 2.5 million to go. Well, good luck. As I said, you can do it. That's hopefully, if you can sell some bags, Hexweave bags for that price, you'll definitely be on to a good run. Hopefully, it's blacksmithing 7 ore per relic. Okay, thank you, Happiest. So again, that one is a good price. Looking at the true iron ore, if I were to want to buy any of these, so 7 per relic on those, and then we obviously have to make things like the I should really have linen cloth in here or something like that. That's going to be one of the options, definitely. because we're not just looking at relics here, we're looking at the things you can make, like we saw over here on the so I made as a test the brown linen pants with a rank 5 relic, and that came out at item level 100 at 51. Yep, no problem, Happiest. Thank you for your brain time on this one, certainly. Gliders are another good one as well, I think, Dutchy Doodles. We might get a few of those. We are talking about the relics at the moment, Darcy Oz, because we're basically just looking at the things you can make. You can make relics of the past to upgrade any of your items up to item level 100, and then you can make something like, in this case, brown linen pants that are 51 gold once they're up to item level 100. So if you can make those really cheaply, get a really cheap relic of the past on it to make it up to item level 100, then there's a potential vendor flip there. It seems a bit broken at the moment, to be honest. Having item level 100 brown linen pants, I think, is slightly excessive. So there's going to be some things we're going to have to maybe tweak and look at here, certainly. I need to reorganise my bags, so that's a little bit easier to see. Maybe pop those over there. Yeah, I wish you could sell it for that, definitely. I did that the other day. I tried to AFK, kind of working from home. Felt like for every 5 or 10 minutes they would stop spawning for a minute or so. Have you encountered that? Oh, okay, that's an interesting one. Yeah, it's a curious one to see how this is actually going to work out in terms of values. Yeah, so I'm on beta and I'm on retail at the moment. So the thing I'm doing here on retail is just looking at the market price of a few things that we could possibly make some cheap relics for. Like, for instance, I could make some out of true iron ore if I bought say, for example, all of those true iron ore. I mean, true iron ore is a how many have I got at the moment? 451 at the moment. Yeah, there's going to be a few different things here, maybe. We should just change the item level, not the gold value, and create so much inflation in-game from the people shuffling mats to vendors like that. Hope it doesn't make it live. I think that's a good idea, actually. Keep the vendor price the same as it was originally, but increase the item level. So it might. This is what I responded to Gumdrops's tweet about it, was to make the value of the item higher for a player than it is to a vendor. So someone might to rock around in brown linen pants at a nice item level of 100 or something like that, and that would be fun. Oh, Mr. Honkit, you got beta. Oh, fantastic! I did hear there was a new wave of invites out yesterday, I believe. Yeah, the crafting Legos, I think, will be where I'd really like to see the goal being made. Not so much in this kind of level of speculation, certainly. Tempest Hide was a really good one, yes, definitely, and people are already speculating on that. You can see here Tempest Hide is down. Someone's already bought all the Tempest Hide up. We're also looking at other options here. Sumptuous Fur is a good one, as is True Iron Ore. I'm going to actually buy these cheap ones here just as a speculation point of view, just in case. You never know. Is that Siki? Siki, good afternoon to you. Do I have a price for Expulsum? It's quite complicated, my price, because I go with the Bracer Shuffle to get mine. So if you look at my spreadsheet on the Super Shuffle, there's an accompanying video to that. If you look at the link there, yeah, this is the one that you need to have Uin's Enchanting Rod. You need to have a Leatherworker, a Tailor, and an Enchanter. The other thing you can do, if you don't want to go that, you just want it when you do Uncannies. So take the price of the price of the materials to make a tie spray linen bracer and times it by 7. and that will give you a rough average enough for your expulsum. That's probably the best way to think about it, perhaps. Wasn't the Reddit post totally off in calculating the actual gold per hour, since it didn't calculate the time needed to craft them? It did, Mr. Honkit. It was not accurate from that point of view, looking at the time, but we're still looking at the numbers, we're still looking at the gold between it, because there are certain things you could do AFK. In terms of like a gold per hour, it definitely needs some work if you're going to do this method, definitely. The crafting of tie spray linen braces times 10. I can't remember the original one I had. Let me have a look. Hold on. You could take something like, if I go here, if I make myself a tie spray linen bracer, craft one of those, and have a look here. So a tie spray linen bracer. Item ID is 161984. So you could take the, assuming your alliance, if you're horde, that'll be a different number. So the 161984 times the crafting cost of that. So it would be something like, hold on, let me say, craft. I'm making this up as I go along, but it should work. Crafting of the item number. What was it again? 161984. 161984 times 7. Something like that. Should give you a value. The crafting cost of 7 braces could give you the price of exhaust, and that doesn't take into account at all the number of linen and nylon thread you get back from crafting those braces. So it's not accurate in any means, but it gives you a ballpark. Yeah, or there you go. The Azrant has got the tie spray linen times 10 plus 2 times the nylon thread. That works as well. Like the mop shovel where you crafted the shoulder enchants for inscription, then sold them to a vendor. Yeah, it's something like that, Mr. Honkit, basically. Finding the materials, or the combination of materials that are cheap enough to then turn it into something that's worth more. Something like that. Is the stats gear after the buff the same as BfA greens, or better? Let's have a look. Let's go over here. And Catherine, how are you? Lovely to have you here. So we're looking at where did those pants go? Over here. So these are brown linen pants. Item level 100 is 16 armor plus 48 intellect. And if I make them without the upgrade, it's 2 armor and 2 intellect. I'll create a set anyway just to test it, because we need to make sure it's correct. So here we go, we've got item level 9, it's 2 armor, 4 intellect, sells for 5 silver, 58. Let's make a few here. Add an optional reagent. Let's make some relics of the past, and we'll go through this in each of the different variations. Relic of the past. So let's use the Draenor ones, because these are using the sumptuous fur. So look at the crafting time of these though. Relic of the past 1. Crafting time is that. Relic of the past 2. Looks like it's slightly slower. And then 3 is really fast. So 3 is odd. 3 is really fast. Then 4, slow again. And then 5, which takes 7 sumptuous fur, is pretty slow as far as crafting time goes, I would say. Creatives, good afternoon to you. Because you got it 2 weeks ago. You have the main hand on 4 characters and not a single offhand. that is bizarre, definitely. One on Thunder Fury since Kata, really, and not got one. That is bizarre. So if we look at these, okay, we've got a go to brown, there we go. And Seki, thank you so much for the follow as well. Lovely to have you here. So we have brown linen pants. Okay, so base level is this one. We'll stick a Relic of the Past 1 on it. and we'll craft one now. So that one goes there. So that is now item level 23 and 42 silver. Let's just move this one down here. So let's go to the base one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 4. 5 will be down here. So we'll go there, and then Relic of the Past 2. We'll add that on to there. Item level 33. We'll create one of those. There we are. And Granthus, thank you so much for the follow. If you equip it when you fight him, does that make a difference? So that is now item level 33. We'll make another one with a 3. And then we'll make another one with a 4. So the brown linen pants take 2 bolts of linen cloth and 1 coarse thread. So they are pretty cheap to make. And the optional reagents, depending on whether you get your sumptuous fur or something like that cheaply. So the base one, item level 9, 2 armor, 4 intellect, 5 silver, 58. Relic 1 takes it up to 42 silver, 4 armor, 11 intellect, 6 armor, 16 intellect, then 9 armor, 22 intellect, up to 7 gold. Then this is a big jump, up to 5603. So item level 43 is 7 gold. Item level 56 is 44 gold. And that requires a relic 4. And that is 12 armor and 30 intellect. And then this last one, 51 gold, which is 16 armor and 48 intellect. So there's the difference there between each of them, certainly. It's 2 seconds, like 5 seconds 3. 2 seconds for 2, 5 seconds for 3, 0.6 seconds for 4, and 3.5 seconds for 5, and then 10 seconds for for 5 is 10 seconds. Yeah, so 10 seconds, the longer one on 5 is definitely going to be interesting, isn't it? Hagar, good afternoon, good day to you. Hope you're doing well. Of the old professional materials getting relevant again. I like it. I do like it. Part of me is worried about what it's going to do to the inflation of gold if everyone's doing a lot of stuff. You missed the commas. So 1 is 2 seconds, 2 is 5 seconds, 3 is 0.6 seconds, 4 is 3.5 seconds, and 5 is 10 seconds. There we go. Your internet connection is so bad you're watching this on 144. Ouch, Zerim. I'm glad you can downgrade it at least. I'm trying this out at full HD at the moment. Now that I was fortunate enough to get a partner, I should be able to. You should be able to have the option to downscale your streams. It seems to be holding fine at 4,000 bit rate as well. So hopefully that looks all right at the moment. Let me know if there's any difference in the quality and things like that. Is the mat you get from the tower for the crafted Legos soulbound, or can you sell it on the auction house? If you can sell it, that's a game change. The mat you get for the crafted Legos, which, let me think about it, would have to swap over to the other character. Let me think. Because you can make the, let's have a look in my unlearned, so the Grim Veiled. So a Grim Veiled cape is not soulbound. You can sell that on the auction house. That is the base item for the legendaries. And then that takes 100 shrouded cloth and 25 enchanted lightless silk. So there's going to be a different thing there. Jeannie, good afternoon. Afternoon for you. Oh, the soul ash. That I don't know. Let's go over. Let's swap to another one. Let's log out here. We'll change realm and have a look. They may have changed it for the testing purposes. We'll go onto Torghast and have a look. I like this kind of theory crafting we're doing here. Let's go. Yeah, can't see you, Dan. Let's do this one. Good day to you, Lizard. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. And Daniel, good morning to you. Can I add an option for 70p without the 60 FPS for future streams, if it isn't a problem. I usually like to watch in 720 on a second screen because it takes very little PC performance. I'm not sure if I can add one or not manually. I just thought that Twitch would give you the options to be able to switch it down. But without the 60 FPS, I'd have to probably do the whole stream at 30 FPS, I think, if that was the case. Good afternoon, Mushy. And we do have a Cookie, a fast asleep Cookie. Is she still in the right position? She looks like she's moved around. No, she hasn't moved at all. There we go, she's fine. Being able to downgrade the quality was great for you. Also have a disastrous connection. I think that's one of the great perks of Partner is that you should be able to have that all the time, certainly. So we were looking at Soul Ash for Will. So I need to go visit the Rune Crafter. I'll go have a look here. To visit the Rune Crafter and have a look. We've joined the queue. There we go. I'm going to jump in here. Other streams have 1080 and 60, but you can choose 70 without the 60. For example, 480 here is 30 FPS right now. I see. Right. Okay. I'll have a look. I'll see if I do have any choices. I've still got music in the background here on the other one. This might get a bit confusing having two on at the same time. Thank you, Mouse. Good afternoon, good morning, Canby Sama. Lovely to have you here. Nom nom nom. Are you having more ice cream again, Lizard? Now you have the option to watch it at 720 60, but do you have the option to do it at 720 30 is the thing. Yes, that's the question. I'm not sure if I can set that setting, but if I can, wonder if it's possible to have 720 with the 30. Yeah, no, it's Cookies. Cookies ice cream would be good though, definitely. So let's have a look. I'd like to craft a legendary item. This is Soul Ash. It looks like it's just a raw source of power found within Torghast, used to fuel the Rune Carver's chamber. So it looks like it may be just a currency here. So you can't trade it. It's not account bound or anything like that, Will. So it looks like it's part of that. But I don't think if it comes to when you're at this point, when you're crafting the legendary item, the thing you put in the middle, like this, is something that is tradable. The thing you put in here, these kind of like bits, I got no idea where they come from. These ones, the missives, those are all inscription, and those will be tradable. So those two are absolutely fine, and then that's fine. It's just this, I don't know where that comes from, and this. I think these would have to be learned. This would have to be learnt in Torghast, and this would have to be collected in Torghast if you wanted to then empower your legendary, I would say. Nice and crispy at 1080. Oh, fantastic. Okay, that's good to know, Daniel. It was close to be another good evening. It was close, almost. That thing is behind Cookie. Hold on. The Cookie's not moved, has she? Unless the camera's moved. There we go. Oh, you can't see it behind Cookie. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing to it. Sorry, yes. Now I see what you mean. I'm pointing to things. Oh no, that's the wrong window. Cookie, Cookie, come here. Where's Cookie? It's confusingly called Oreo Cam. There we go. Sorry, I misunderstood. There we go. This is what I was talking about. Here we go. Move on over this side. Okay, so this, right, pointing in the right screen. This Soul Ash here, cat hat. There we go. So this Soul Ash is something you collect in Torghast. This erratic fell core, I'm not sure, that's something you probably collect as a recipe in Torghast. This is tradable, and this is tradable, from looking at those. There we are. It could be something like tidal cores. Yeah, that's a good idea. Something you collect as you go through once you've learnt, because what I had when I went into here at the beginning, run out of here. Yeah. How many legendaries are there? There's one for every slot. There's rings, there's neck items, and then a piece of armor for everything. So if I go to the buying person here, you can see here we've got these are the Umbrahide treads, the vest. You've got 2 rings, and then the gauntlets, leggings, waistguard, cape, arm guards, pauldrons, and helm can all be crafted as base items. And then legendary powers, that was the thing that I bought early on. So these are the things that give you all the powers. Obviously you probably get those in Torghast, because those legendary powers, I don't see a list for them anywhere. I wonder if there's a place you can find them. Professions, leatherworking, it's not going to be in here, is it? Because it's not actually part of the profession thing or something like that. Interesting. Panak, yes, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. The ash is a currency from Torghast. Yes, definitely. You loot from the boss as well. Okay. Yeah. The scribes should be loving it, I think, because the scribes get the 2 items, definitely. The missives. Well, interesting to see what those turn out at, certainly. How big is the bag? My bags at the moment are 32 slot. We don't know, I haven't seen anything tailoring wise that has a bag that's higher. Armour, bandages, and then it's Kalterian patterns after that. Crafter's marks you can make. The crafter's marks are quite expensive actually, looking at those. Masayu, thank you so much for the follow. And the Laza, which profession will still make more gold, inscription or enchanter at the start of the expansion? I would say both. I would slightly say if you had to choose between the 2, inscription would probably be strongest at the moment from everything we can see so far. But as Daniel said, it's impossible to answer at this stage because there's still things are going to change. Depends on your server, depends on what competition you're going to have. Oh, thank you, Mr. Tessio. Yes, I did see it. Thank you so much. Really happy with you. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. 32 and 34 said the item ID on Wowhead. Oh, interesting. Okay. I wonder what will happen there. Yeah, so there will be a rare drop with 0.5 drop rate. I have no idea, definitely. Or we can say both options will make loads of money. I would say it's well, all professions really. The alchemy will be a good one. The base professions, tailoring and leatherworking and blacksmithing are going to be good. They all have certainly really good options from the way I'm looking at it at the moment, definitely. Can we all appreciate how stylish the Tauren looks like? You know what, I hadn't even spotted. With the Eye of N'Zoth headpiece on as well, I think that does look pretty good. Unless you're talking about this Tauren as well, the Runecarver one, which also looks pretty good. I think these are just Runator and Runecarvator are literally, these are all temporary NPCs that they're putting in just so that we can do and buy all the things we need. Really, that's the same thing, really. So people can find them easily. I think so. I think it's great to be able to do that as a Blizzard staff member. And we've got the other one over here, the professions consumables you can buy over here. You can just buy all the things you need consumable wise, enchants and everything. This is all of these things you see on this list are going to be the things that profession people are going to make money on. The cauldrons, the flasks, the potions, the oils, the keys, the sharpening stones, the weight stones, the food, the feasts, all of this food is going to be really useful. And then all the enchants, the cloak enchants, boots enchants, braces enchants, chest enchants, gloves enchants, ring enchants, and then the enchanting weapons with extra bits here, the weapon enchants here, the holy hand grenades, the engineering one, and the codexes, and the tomes, and the contracts. They're going to be interesting actually. Contracts the Undying Army, contracts the Wild Hunt, the Ascended, and Court of Harvesters. So that's another inscription thing. The Vantus runes for Castle Nathria, and the jewels and the gems for jewel crafting. They're all going to be useful. The armor kits, the barding, and the crafter's marks. These are all going to be very useful, and the missives as well. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of even with the whole relics thing aside, I think there's a lot of options here for making genuine gold in Shadowlands. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be good. Looking at this, it's going to be really good. Now, will dailies replace world quests for getting rep? I don't know, Will. I'm not. That's not a point where I've been able to test that. Is it still removed from beta? It is not available to buy, yes. I did check the black market auction house to see if it was on there, and I couldn't see it. Okay, no problem, Dutchy Doodles. Have a lovely rest of your day. So let's leave Shadowlands for the minute. I want to just go through and fix up my gold listing for the moment. Otherwise, I'm not going to have everything listed up here. So I just want to deal with my expires. I'll leave my purchases there for the minute. Relist a few things on so that we're at least making some gold. Got some good mailboxes this week, hopefully. Hillian, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. We don't have a real answer for right now. Will Shadowlands be more alt-friendly or not? That's a good question, Mouse. I'm not sure at this stage. I think we're still going to have to go through the whole more campaign and then choosing your covenant, and I think that's going to take us a fair amount of time to do that. Let's take up these purchases as well. Might as well collect the sumptuous fur whilst it's here. There we go, and then I'll go post this lot on, just clear this lot. It can't be worse. It is tricky at the moment, certainly. Auctioning, let's run a post scan, get all this stuff on, definitely. Will there be any more turtles making it to the water in Shadowlands? I hope not. Well, if you saw that stream that I did on Wednesday, we had all the spirits going into the middle that we did for ages because I didn't work out the mechanics of it. And what's my profit on deep sea bags? At the moment, it is looking like about 56 gold, I would say, based on the prices of the deep sea I got from Mouse. Hope I shall never scrap again, but probably not. Yes, you and me both, definitely. We're comparing to BfA. Anything will be more alt-friendly than BfA. I think the hardest part for alts really was the reputations, wasn't it? That was the hardest part. They did, but I meant overall with the reps and so on. Yeah, I don't know with the reps. It seems to be very much more covenant based at the moment. Yeah. If only reps were account wide. I think that would be nice, Chaotic Barbarian. I like the idea of it. I wonder if it might introduce too many issues though. People just going straight to the end game by being able to skip past them. Yeah.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
Would mean less profits though, definitely. Oh, you mean Azurite power? Yeah. You're dancing for coppers. Don't you see me? I see you just over here. It needs to be scrapped and not sold. It makes no sense. Wow, the wind is really picking up. It's blowing a hoolie outside at the moment. Did that. Let's do that. And did I actually do the post scan? Hold on, let me just check that again. Yes, I did do that. Then we'll do that. Yeah, it did seem a little bit of a strange thought, certainly. And let's do the hexweave cloth whilst I'm here. Do a cooldown on that. I can make a hexweave bag again at the moment, given my hexweave cloth amount. Hexweave bag is currently looking at... What's the profit on those? 148 gold. I might as well make another one now, whilst I'm here. We're getting the backwash. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, it's definitely windy outside. Alright, I'll just do that whilst I'm here. Extra hexweave bag, 375 gold. We'll get that one on. Anti-Key, good afternoon to you. Yeah, pretty blowy here too as well, yeah. It's definitely very windy. We've got a great big series of oak trees outside the house, so hopefully they're doing alright. You can't hear it on the streams, don't worry, it'll be fine. There we go. Account-wide reputation achievement tracking though. Yeah, account-wide achievement tracking would be good, yeah. 32.2 and wind is gone. Ouch, mushy. That still sounds very hot. Curtains can't decide if they want to be inside or outside. Yeah. Right, I'm going to go through and just check all the other characters are okay. How are you doing, Cookie? You're alright. I can move her probably back over the top there. There we go. There we go, Cookie. And we'll just run through the characters quickly, make sure everything's listed on. And warm too, have windows open and drapes are barely hanging on. I can imagine that actually. I mean, it's air moving through the house, so that's good, but it could be nice if it was a little bit cooler perhaps. As long as the beard's not blowing, we're fine. Yeah. Okay, Sphere of Transmutation, let's deal with... We've got some good sales here. Look at that, 57,000 gold so far this week. And Nergonomics, thank you so much for the follow. So what I'll do is a cancel scan here, I think. No, it's just Diet Coke, Lizard. I'll do a cancel scan here, no, that'll be fine there. Now he sounds like a proper Brit. Right, let's get rid of these, post them back on. We'll check for Mr. Silas if we can.
If you find anything exotic,
take the cancels, take those off. Redeem that just in time. Okay, I'll time that. I'll time that one, Jack, depending on what we have here. Belalza, thank you so much for the follow. I hope I got your name right in one of those two pronunciations. We're on a post scan here. Had a brutal warm weather for weeks. I actually got excited by grey, windy and rainy weather. Lasted an hour past your waking up, boo boo, and now it's windy and hot. That doesn't sound quite as good, does it? Windy and hot. Let's post all this lot on. Okay. Chances on a Silas prop. We'll do the herbs to anchors first. Get ourselves some anchor weed. There we go. And do we have a Silas? We do. Okay, I'm going to have to change this one, Jack. Hold on, let me go. Hold on, full screen. Silas! Yes! There we go. We got one. Still slightly angry, but we got one. So, do I actually need to craft anything? Is the second question. Let's go have a look. Hold on, let me just mark that one as complete. There we go. And where are we? Put that over there. And then check my auctions. And then see if we need to actually make anything. I think I'm fair. Given the number of procs I've had recently, we're actually in a good position. Let me check. Just make sure everything's okay. TSM groups, restock. Oh, abyssal healing potions. We've sold loads of those. Okay, we'll do those. Dimonta, thank you so much for the follow. So Silas, and 80 abyssal healing potions. So what we need to do first is, have I done everything I want? Let me just check, actually. stock levels, Akunda's Bite and Winter's Kiss are a little bit low. How is my actual Xenanthid stock? 2.6k, so that's looking okay as well. So we won't buy anything just yet. We'll get ourselves the Silas proc going, and then Abyssal Healing Potion, off we go. So that'll be easy with a straw. Move the straw over to my can. Okay, 80 of these. I know it was really cheap, Mouse. The Xenanthid is really cheap. The markets, especially on Shadowsong, have definitely plummeted. Definitely. Meanix, you redeemed a Silas as well. Fantastic. I'll do you another one whilst this is crafting. I'll pretend we didn't get a Silas this time. Silas! I can't stop smiling afterwards though, so it doesn't quite work. There we go. I'll mark that one as complete, Meanix. There we go. Belagar, how are you? Lovely to have you here. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Cookie's just moved over to the side a little bit. She's okay at the moment. Do we know if Xenanthid will have any use in Shadowlands? I doubt it, really. I think the new herbs are going to take over, especially as we've got an ink trader as well. And another Silas. Any particular flavour Silas we can do here. What I'll do is, before I do that, I'll just keep hold of the proc I've got of 9 minutes, post this lot on, and then I'll come back, and once I've logged off this character, so I can make sure that everything's posted on. I've got Dimitri's Draft and the Abyssal Healing Potion. How much is that per potion? 3 gold 50, so yeah, that's definitely a good price. I'll stick with that, and then log out from there. There we are. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, the ink trade is going to be an issue, certainly. Right, I'll give you a Toya, I'll give you your Silas now as well, as we'll get them all going in a run. There we go. Where's me full screen? There we are. Silas! There we go. I think that one sounds a little bit more angrier than I meant to come out. There we are. Am I stocking old mats for relics? I am, yes, just in case we get some good avenues. And I think, as Alpha Male says, basically stocking up on cheap cloth, a bit of linen, bit of this, bit of that, I think would be useful. Sumptuous fur, any ore that might be cheap, any leather that might be cheap as well. Yeah, it was a little bit, wasn't it, Lizard? What's my max price for item? It depends on the item, really. We still don't quite know the numbers yet as to what's going to be the most profitable. Things like sumptuous fur, I'm trying to maybe pick out at maybe sort of no more than 2 gold-ish. Linen cloth, if I can get that really cheaply, that would be useful. I don't know about the Silas thing, so it feels a bit strange, out of the loop. Oh, right, okay. So, for a bit of context, with alchemy, you are reliant, if you're going to make any money on alchemy, you are reliant on getting a proc from your tools of the trade with alchemy. It has a chance of being one of 4 different things. The only one that's really useful is if it turns into a Silas sphere of prosperity. That way you get a decent proc rate on your potions. So every time you want to craft something with alchemy, you're reliant on this one buff that you can get a 1 in 4 chance of getting, and it only lasts for 10 minutes, and then you have to wait another 10 minutes, and then you can do it again, and then it goes after the hour. So it's really sort of hard to get a buff to be able to post your auctions on alchemy. So everyone gets really frustrated that there's no, that they're not getting the Silas buff. So that's hence the Silas call out in Khan style from Star Trek. I hope that explains it a bit better. You can do up you go. What's up you go? Another Silas. How many Siluses? Did I not put a limit on my Siluses? I'll have another one though. Rose most definitely, and then I'll pause them after that. I think I'm probably all Silased out after that one for this stream, but we'll do another one for you most definitely. Hold on. Where's me? There we go. Silas! There we go, Rose, just for you. We can have another sound. We could do another one as well. I've got it as my donation one as well. So probably have to adjust it there. So what I'll do there, mark that as complete. Now I think I should be able to... Pascal's done one as well. I'm going to pause redemptions after this one, I think. We'll give that one a go. Logging on to Alt Real Estate Auctions before he logged off. Random guy traded me a steel-bound harness at 30k worth of various primals for nothing great timing, because the only one in the auction house. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, Matt Pascal, I'll do you one as well. You should do one and say silence. That would be a bit too aggressive, I think. Don't want to silent people, definitely. Didn't do the role-playing you requested. Oh, sorry, what was that, Rose? I didn't see the actual... Hold on, I missed that. What was the RP you wanted, Rose? I didn't see it. I don't see any text on it. Is there something I'm missing on these? Hold on. See him walking off out the auction house, happy with the profit you made. You greet him with... Oh, Silas just bought all your potions. You see him walking out to the auction house, happy for the profit you made. You greet him with... Ah, right, okay, a nice Silas. Okay, we'll do that, Rose. Now I see. Sorry, there we go. I'll do a nice Silas. Here we go. I know I'm using your redemption, Matt Pascal, but I have to swap them over in our heads mentally. There we go. There we go. Silas! There we go. That feels a lot nicer. Thank you, Rose. There we go. Mark that one as redeemed. There we go. Right, I think that's all. Yeah, definitely. There we go. Syncopatics, happy Friday to you. I know these are all going to get clipped at one point, and then I'm just going to have a compilation of all the different stuff. And Potato Bracket, have I tried leveling a new rogue through Exile's Reach? I think they feel so weak. Oh really? I haven't tried anything in Exile's Reach yet. The many faces of Silas, definitely. Let me just scroll up so I can just make sure I'm caught up on everything. If you redeem them too often, he'll just record it once and then play the recording each time. That's what's on the donation one, Ginny. Definitely, we definitely want to keep it upbeat and varied, certainly. Right, there we go. Okay, got through everything. I'll be known as the Silas guy before I know it. I definitely, or an animation as well. We could do that. I'm not sure who is Silas and what does he look like is the question. I can't remember the quest from when I did it ages ago. Silas plays WoW. I like it. That's gonna have to be a. I'm gonna have to make a character called Silas. Yes, thank you, Mouse. What mats a stockpile for Shadowlands and how much? It's a difficult thing to answer at this point, Nameless. A lot of us are temporarily stockpiling with a few of the early mats, just in case of there's a bit of speculation with the relics and things like that. But at this stage, it's anybody's game. You don't know what's going to change in beta, so I would say just stockpile, as Mushy says, stockpile on raw gold. That's the main thing, really. Here comes the Silas soundboard. That's a good point, actually. And a smooth voice that convinces you to do things. Silas is golden. I like it. I think that's a good choice. I won't sing it though. I've not got the singing voice for that. And Hulk Hockey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. I'm just saying all of the goods now. I think it's easier. Alright, let's cancel all of these and we'll run through all of this. Get these on. Is there a assault on at the moment? I haven't checked. I'll do that in a moment. Let's have a look. I'm not assuming we've got one on just yet. I haven't checked the website to see if there is one on. Ah, there is one. Okay. Nazmir Assault. Okay, Briggit's got an assault to do. Voldoon one. 2 hours 50 remaining. Yes, we'll definitely do that once I get to Briggit. Let's go pick these up. Get our cancels. Mage on Fire, good afternoon to you. It is indeed Friday. Nearly there for the weekend. I was working on your crafting auctioning operations last night. Would you mind showing an example of a minimum auctioning one for one of my crafts? Do the needful? Certainly. So, as an example for a craft here on Inscription, if we look at that, my group here for, let's say, Uncanny Selling, I guess would be an option here. Let's look at the operations on this one. Crafting Standard. Sounds fairly standard as far as I come to one. So for me, a minimum price, I use a percentage of each of them here, if we scroll up here. So the minimum price is the maximum between 110% crafting, 40% DB market, and 40% DB region market average. So I'm using whichever is going to be the highest between these. I keep it at the highest because I don't want to go below the price of 110% crafting. So if that or that, the DB market or the DB region market, goes below my crafting price, it will use the crafting price instead. That way I know I'm always going to be making things for a profit, so long as my crafting calculation is correct and accurate. Yeah. So I use maximum for that reason. And then I use the same one with a change in the percentages for the maximum and the normal, because it's a lot easier for TSM to just make sure that one is higher than the other, and that should work like that. Camera, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. You were using minimum, yes. So the minimum would, if the DB market price crashes and someone's crashed the market, then you'll be making them for less than the crafting cost, which is not a good thing. Do you want to worry that the time between TSM data imports, that the crafting cost could go way up? There is that, and Jack's been talking with me about some different methods for thinking about your material price. I personally like to use my average buy price for most of my materials, because that's how I tend to buy my things, and it makes sense to me that the price of my stock is then my crafting cost. So that feeds into it. Although sometimes, yes, a big fluctuation in the min buyout price of those can throw off the crafting cost. The best thing to do is to look at your tooltips and just make sure that TSM is calculating the crafting based on something that you know the material prices of. It means having a lot of figures in your head to do it, but it's worth just doing that little double check, certainly. Finally, Pack Daddy appeared after 4 days of continuous camping, so close to the crab mount now. Oh, fantastic! I don't know that particular mount farm, but it sounds good. How do you factor in prices reducing, so the crafting cost reduces between the time you made it and the time you sold it? So generally, I try and buy things cheaper as much as possible and use my average buy price. If I notice that things are dropping in price, then I'll try to continue to buy things and let my average buy price drop down with it. So sometimes it's a little bit out, and then the same when the price is going too high as well. So you manually delete the extreme, so it doesn't throw off your average buy. Interesting. Sith Lord. And if your average buy is 40 gold and you are buying for... if your average buy is 40 gold and your buy is for 30 gold, you will lose 10 gold in every buy. Exactly as Jack said, you have to keep an eye on the prices, certainly. This is average overall from all your buys. The more you buys you have, the less it will change with the market value. Because if you're really buying in a huge volume of things, which is, I know, and we've discussed this as well, Jack, the danger of using smart average buy, because that diminishes as your stock diminishes, so your variance changes as well. The only way I can think of getting around it really is making sure that you continually buy, so you're always sort of like cycling with the market. Is my kind of thinking on that, certainly. Melan, good afternoon to you. Up later than usual. Come to say hello before bed. Well, lovely to have you here, Melan. It was ridiculously easy to get in release day, wasn't it? Okay. Found them like half an hour or so. Wow. Well, if you're lucky with early buys, your average buy will not reflect the actual value. Yes, exactly. But how much do you need to buy until it gets to the right price? And then you start looking at other market values, that things like DB market or DB region market average, and would it be better to use those? Certainly, I can see there's different values in. I think it's the way I like to think of it is just it's kind of like a fluid thinking, just trying to keep an eye on it as I do things. And try and follow the price as best as possible. I always try and check my mat price versus the the current DB market price, just to double do a sanity check a lot of the time.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
You did the same with gumdrops. Same gumdrops did, but Billy's made it really clear not to use it for crafting. Yeah, I need to go back through your message that you said, Jack, and try and sort of get my brain around it. It was really hot at the time, so I'll have to go back and reread it so I can work out a good mental way to do it, certainly. I'm having a lovely day, thank you, Melon. How about yourself? All you do is slaughter all the greens. Right, so that's on, that's on. Let's just check if we need to restock on anything here. Got a few things that are about to expire. So I'll go through and just click on this. Some oh yes, I didn't get the expulsum for this. And the war scrolls were missing a bit of crimson ink on. So we might need to have a look at our crimson ink is missing. Can we do any mass milling? No, which means we need some herbs. Can we find some herbs for cheap? Let's go have a look. What's a good cheap herb at the moment? No, that wouldn't be the same, would it? Xenonthid is actually the cheapest herb compared to the others. Who'd have thought it? Because I actually want crimson ink, not maroon ink. So I'm actually going to have to take a slightly more expensive herb, like I guess Sea Stalk is the next one here. Sea Stalk at 3 gold 09. Yeah, 2 gold 98 is just, I mean, there's 83,000 of it. That's the problem. 83,000 Xenonthid. And the next price up here is 4 gold 50 at 42,000. 83,000 would cost me, well, that's practically 3 times that amount, so 2.4 million, no, 240,000 if I was to buy all of that at that price. Yeah, 250,000. You could just flip some of it, for if you've got the gold reserves to do that, and see if you can make some sales that way. If you've got 250,000 spare, I don't on this character, so... Like good old... Oh, I forgot to turn off my pots again. War Scrolls are good. I like War Scrolls, definitely. I'm going to buy some of this Sea Stalk at this price, at 3 gold 5. I'm going to scoop those out all up at that price, so that I've got them. And then we can turn those into inks. Let's just take our buys. There we go. And then I can at least mill those. Whilst we're talking through, Sea Stalk will mass mill those, and then we can make some crimson ink from that. Should be able to get a decent amount through that, yeah. 494k to reset Xenonthid. Be right back. There you go, mouse, off you go. I'm going to see that price change very quickly, I think. You worry with that amount of product on the auction house, I suspect whoever dumped it on probably has more. That would be my other consideration, which is why I'm not going after it myself for that very same reason. Yeah, it could be someone doing a server transfer. Expel some world quests in Nashtar. Oh, okay, Real Jenny, that could be useful. We'll have a look at that maybe. 60,000 deep sea Saturn at 30% market value, then dump 60k the next day. Yeah, it's a lot. It really crashes the market. You're talking what I was looking for. The max vendor sell. The first between the minimum vendor buy, crafting, DB market, or 133% DB historical, or DB region market average for the default cost method. So you're looking at first vendor sell, or the max between the first vendor sell, or the minimum between vendor buy, crafting. I'm going to have to break that up into different things to be able to get my head around that one. Yeah. Is the TSM browse screen only on the new TSM? I'm not sure how you get there from your version on 4.9. So if you're in the TSM 4.10 beta, then yes, you'll get that. You love your WoW favourite screen, but it only holds about 50. There isn't a favourites equivalent on TSM 4.10 yet. It's worth a suggestion though, certainly. Thank you so much, Eridacia. Doesn't matter if it's late, it's very much welcome, so thank you. War Scrolls, I'm missing Crimson Ink, so I've still not got enough Crimson Ink for this. I've got 120 out of that. Am I going to have to buy some more herbs? Crimson Pigment, Crimson Ink, hold on, did I miss something? Crimson Ink, oh, there we go, hold on, contract, Crimson Ink, Crimson Pigment I've got, okay, no I did do that. Okay, I missed that. Then I need to make some more. I haven't got anything to mill, so let's just do another batch. There we go. So the minimum between vendor buy, crafting, DB market, and 133% DB historical. Okay. If not, it will go for region, and it will never go lower than vendor sell. Okay, thank you for breaking that one up. If you can say, given Twitch terms of service, what's the best way to financially support me? Nate, whichever, they all have their different pros and cons, really. Whichever sort of makes most sense to you, and whichever way I can give back to you as well, because I like it to be a two-way thing. So, which is, you know, why Patreon works quite well, because I do things like my pay spins on Patreon, and I can give things away like high-res versions of my art and do story time and things like that, and it's kind of like a mutual sort of trade kind of situation. The same, I guess, with Twitch as well, because you then get used to you can use the emotes and things like that. Obviously, direct donations have their place as well. So I couldn't probably say in terms of like profit margins or things like that, because I think Twitch doesn't allow you to talk about those. But I would say whichever gives you the most value, I'm more than happy with, if that makes any sense. Nate. And Tattoo Matty, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Use WoW favourites to hold all herbs on your herber and all ores on your miner, etc. Would be good for it just to be able to browse, e.g. by category. I mean, I tend to use groups for that. That's what I'm doing here. So I've got all my herbs, BfA herbs, Cataclysm herbs, Classic herbs, Legion herbs. They're all in different shopping groups, and so if I want to look for BfA herbs, I'll just do a shopping scan for BfA herbs. It's not as instant as what you get with the favourites in the WoW standard interface. Yeah, exactly, Mouse. So it's not something I can talk about from that perspective. I don't know how, in terms of like comparing it with others, because then you'd be able to probably gauge something from there. So let's say someone manipulates the DB market, then the historical will kick in, but a bit higher. I guess you'd have to look at which ones go high and which ones go low, isn't it? You're looking at the minimum between those. So if DB market goes too low, then historical will kick in. I see. Yeah. Yeah, that would make more sense, Jack. So next cheapest herb. Not Xenanthid. It looks like it's Siren's Pollen here at 334. We'll buy out some of that at 585. We'll take that. Price of these herbs is so cheap. I'll buy all of those. And we'll turn those into our mass mill Siren's Pollen and go through those. No, the other way round. Was it? Let me just have a look at that again. So you're looking at the minimum between vendor buy, crafting, DB market and 133% historical. So the smallest between either DB market or 133% historical. That's when my brain starts to... when it gets high, yes, because you're looking at the minimum. Right, okay. brain dump. This is why I go for simple with all my operations and things. I try to keep it simple because my brain starts leaking if I end up trying to get too complicated. I have full respect for people like Billis who can digest and understand the more complex strings, certainly. My brains do me far more. Exactly, well, it's like that. I'm the same. It's kind of, okay, what do I need to do here? Have I seen Billis' strings? No, I haven't. I mean, if they're anything like Zyanic and Shayra's, then I can imagine they are incredibly complex and robust as well from looking at them. Yeah, the reasoning, this was the whole reason between the no smart average buy was because of the change in the price. It diminishes as your stock diminishes. Because you're using up your stock. It's hard to get your head around, certainly. Let's make some more war scrolls whilst I'm here. And Expulsum we were looking at. Okay, I need 6 there, I need 2 there, I need 2 there. I think I could probably do with doing some braces at this level, from the looks of things, and send them over to Samadan. What's the world quest though in Nazjatar? Let's have a look. Nazjatar. I don't see an Expulsum one here. Let me just check. Kaltiris. Don't see an Expulsum there. Maybe it's not for this character. Perhaps. Or I've not unlocked it, perhaps. It's 10 baked potato. Okay, so I haven't got cooking on this character, so that will explain why that's not on there. Okay. Check my Discord if you want to see the high string. Okay, thank you, Mouse. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Let me just go through and have a look. Oh my word! I won't show that on stream because I know Billis is behind his Patreon, which I think is fair enough. But that is complex, definitely. Mechabytes for you. Okay, for cooking. Right. Okay. Right, so we'll leave the Expulsum crafts for now, unless I actually go and make some braces on Samadan. But let's carry on through the other characters. We've got an assault to deal with, because otherwise we're going to run out of time to do that one. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Mouse. Let's go on through Earthen. Oh, it's a rank 3 baked potato world quest for anyone in the EU that needs it. Okay, thank you, Alpha Mel. Loving this discussion. It's a proper TSM thinking deep dive. I must admit, I do get a bit lost on some of the more complex strings. I have to probably look at them without streaming at the same time, and I'd have to actually get my head down and I'd break it up and I'd try and disassemble it to try and get my head around it, because a lot of the time it's there's a lot going on there and you have to sort of like split it into different parts.
Have anything
Let's run
ancient to
a
trade?
cancel scan
Needs to
here.
be at least
Let that run through.
2 centuries old.
And Siora, thank you so much for the follow. Ah, you're on US. Yeah. Yeah, if you break them up, you can see what they do. That's why I sometimes use a Miro board for it as well. Or just a notepad and just split them up onto several different lines. It would be nice if we could do something in TSM to break them into something that makes more sense, yeah. Alright, just go through and I'll cancel a lot of these. Or as you suggest, making different... oh, I've actually hit the throttle there on our cancel scan. You can see how that's really slowed down for these last few. That's why you have them formatted over several lines. I can see the appeal, definitely, Ginny, definitely. Mr. Atheist Spoke, good afternoon, good evening to you. Good morning, or rather, one of those. Nested functions in TSM are as painful as they are in Excel. You think there'd be something easily past them so you can see what's going on. I think that would be lovely, English Spoke, definitely. If the motor is way lower than the primal, you'll lose gold. Your own TSM experiences, there's no perfect string, all dependent on your server market, map prices, market movement, the broader concept of fair value, region market average, and in many cases pure player greed, with limited stock. I think that's why I end up ballparking it in my head, for that reason. A few things got missed there, so oh, that's interesting. TSM's doing a bit of a dance there. I think I got most of those. Let's try and see what we've got there. We'll take those off. Is Cookie still in the same position? She's moved off camera a little bit. I think she's alright though. Let's just move her camera. Hold on. There we go. have Cookie in frame. That'd be better. There was an online editor that provides some syntax highlighting for TSM strings. That's handy with complex things. Yes, I did see that one, Trishan. That was a good little website. It was called... I've got it here somewhere on my bookmarks. Probably one of my higher up ones. Holy Priest Guide, wasn't that one? I'll quote. Auction House. God, there's so many bookmarks. Where was it? It wasn't Heirlooms, that's too old. Is it on this one? I'm not sure. No, that's all on everything there. No, I can't find the link to it as well. There we go. You found it. Oh, fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Trishan. Yes, that was the one, the TSN's price string editor. Just having the different colours made it a lot easier. Certainly. What I have to do is, especially if you're using lots of different first, mins and if greater than things, I would have to put them into different bracket things as well. Thank you, Mouse. We've got that sorted now. Don't want to get hungry when I say their names. That slight misalignment on the sub bar and the cams are hard to look at. Oh right, I've got one selected. Hold on, I've not got it full screen so I can't see exactly if that's lined up or not. That looks close to me from what I can see on my small screen. I think that should be better. There you go. Have you found a logic tester? Do those editors do the logic testing? I'm not sure if they do the actual testing, no. Because they would have to then tap into the actual API and the data that TSM has for you and things like that. That would be something that TSM would have to do in itself, I think.
needs to be at
Let's
least
post all this
2
lot on.
centuries old.
Get this uncanny gear on. Then we'll go over, we'll do El Morte's. Actually, I've done El Morte's. El Morte's fine. So we'll just go straight to Briggit after this and get that BfA Assault done. Because we've got the XP bonus as well. So we should be in a good position for that. Post all of this on. Then we can look at maybe doing some Shadowlands after this. Let's just go through here. So we've got that. Log out. Go over to Briggit. So Briggit was currently at level 118. Oh, I haven't done Nadamas's. Have I done Nadamas's? Daily cooldown. We need to do a daily cooldown here. Yes, with Jack's website, using custom price sources makes them smaller and easy to use and shorter. That's a really good idea. Do you want to link your website again, Jack, so people can see that article? Because it's really useful. You could make a plugin for VSC with decent TSM highlighting. Okay, that's beyond what my knowledge base is, Mr. Honkit, but if you're willing to give that a go, please do. Please do. I'll be interested in looking at it in terms of use, certainly. My alchemy's turned up to 90 already, just from doing this. Daily cooldown. Let's do my expires, get everything off, and then we'll just post it all back on.
Have anything ancient to trade?
I'll run all that on. There we go.
2 centuries old.
Yeah, add that to your website list, Jack, definitely. So that's all posted on. Quick and simple. Jump back off, log out, and then let's go over to Briggit. At some point, we'd like to get her up to level 120. We're close, getting closer. Don't want to spend a huge amount of time doing the leveling, so this is kind of like the simplest way to do it at the moment. I need to also make sure I do my Yard's Peculiar Energy Source daily cooldown, so we can make ourselves a Sky Golem at some point. So let's just go around and do that. Find ourselves a blacksmithing forge. Come over here and Yard's Peculiar Energy Source created. How many have I got now? Where are they? Here, I've got 8 of them so far. I need about 30, isn't it, or something like that? I keep forgetting. But with war mode on, I'm up for the 30% extra XP. You need 30, yeah. I think that might be a tough one. I'll give it a go, Mouse. Let's try it. I'll have to go over to Stormwind, don't I, to turn war mode on. Obviously, being a faction assault, we will be under threat, definitely. Let's go to Stormwind and turn it on. With the vendor search, you've made 11 gold in Classic. It's saying how much people post without looking at the price. Yes, that happened a lot. A really huge amount at the beginning of Classic, certainly. War mode. Talents, war mode. On. For the Alliance! I might as well just go through the Borealis one here. Let's try this. I'm happy to join in with you, Mouse, on this little adventure if you like. Go and have a look. Thank you so much. So we're going to have a try. War mode is on. There may be some deaths. We'll try. I need to go to... where is it? Vol'dun, isn't it? Yeah, Vol'dun. So my best place, get the boat, I guess. I don't think I've got all of these unlocked on this character, actually. So I may have to fly a little bit further. Let me check.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I can only go to Zuldazar because I haven't unlocked everything. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer flight, unfortunately. And then from here, I'm going to have to then fly over to the other side, the right opposite end of the... is my flying's 390, it's not the highest flying speed either, which isn't going to help either. Okay, let's bear with me one moment, Mouse. I'm going to have to do... do I actually have any of the flight paths unlocked either? Let me have a look. I probably haven't, have I? New location discovered. Yeah, I haven't got any of these unlocked. So it's going to be a long flight. Apologies. Bear with me as I head off in the right direction, hopefully, which is this one. There we go. Let's chat among ourselves whilst we're running through this. It's going to take me a little while. So yeah, we're currently at 390 flying speed. We need to go up to 420, don't we? Kind of scary and fun. I can see the appeal. I know people like Taliesin, when they did when War Mode first came out, they said, you know what, I'm going to turn it on and leave it on. And I can see the appeal if you're really into that kind of like, okay, well, we'll just go fight and stuff like that. But for me, when I was trying to quest, I found it quite annoying, especially when people would just come down that were clearly much higher level than you and literally just sweep in there and kill you and then either camp you or run off. Whereas for me, I would say, okay, if it's a fair combat, then I'd give it a go perhaps. But otherwise, I'd just leave other people alone. But then that's kind of how I play anyway. I like the fact that you can turn it on and off. Being able to turn it on and off is good. Right, just going to fly over everything. By the 7th Legion Scouting Mech later, unless I've got it on another tune. Oh, okay, that's a good idea actually. We're getting loads of XP just from flying here at the moment, clearing all this out. What's this war supply crate? I've not seen that before. I'm too nice for war mode. Yeah, I think so. We're heading over here, onto here. There we are, heading in the right direction. Go grab it. What actually is it? It's down here. What does it do? Gives you a nice piece of gear. Okay, side quest. Give you conquest and gear. Okay, let's try it. War supply crate gives you an item plus eye level 120. Okay. It's a long way away. It keeps on moving. It's going to take me a little while to get there. Sorry, Mouse, I'm going to be a little bit longer. It'll be swarming with Horde. Okay. This could be a bad idea. It's all the way over here. It's going off into the sea. I'm about to... yeah, it's disappeared now. Okay. Yeah, don't hurt. It's a drop somewhere. Okay, I'm going to avoid that one. That's too much of a side quest for me. It's disappeared. I'm going to go over this way instead. Go back to the original mission. Yeah. Oh, it drops a chest along the line. Okay. You have to follow the flight path. Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. That's too much of a yeah, we'll leave that for the chest. Definitely. Yeah, if you're following the it's dropping a chest and you follow it down. Interesting idea though. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I could do with picking up the flight points as well whilst I'm over here. There's at least this one over here. I won't go and grab the other ones at the moment though. People will usually call out the coordinates of the drop. Oh, okay. It's very helpful of them. I'll come over and join Mouse first, and then we can go off and do the individual ones after that. It's incredibly foggy at the moment.
Is a wasteland.
Yeah, there is an item. I think Mouse mentioned it earlier.
Why the Horde has neglected it. We intend to use
Many fine heroes. I don't think I've done this one actually. I don't remember doing it. Or at least unlocking the areas as we go. Sometimes you get it uncontested and sometimes it's a big faction versus faction brawl. I can see how that would be fun. Which is a chest that spawns in known locations a couple of times during the invasion in that zone only. Ah, right, okay. I mean, we're getting XP here, which is good. Got a fair amount of stuff here on us already, so I probably need to clear out my junk at some point. Let's see if I can meet up with Mouse. Okay, my first experience-ish of proper PvP, shall we say? Because this is proper PvP with the war mode and everything. Beat up drums first. Bombs away. Beat up drums. Okay, I'll head down to that one. Heading across. Let me just mark that on my map so I can follow it. Beat up drums. Droxar Morgar. There we go.
Slaying that target will demoralize the Horde soldiers. Show them that defeat is inevitable.
There we go. That was good timing. Whoops. Got a Sethrite Warden on my tail instead.
Assured the moment you arrived.
Perfect timing indeed. That was very useful. Okay, and got some time spray linen as well. Okay, next one. I guess Bombs Away or Wolf Leader Skralg. I guess Bombs Away would be a good one next. Ah, thank you. Refreshment table. Conjured Mana Burn. Where's my Conjured Mana Burn? Do I gain anything extra whilst drinking it? Do I get well fed? Oh yeah. No, don't get anything. Okay. Then she'll just heal up there. We should be fine. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, next one on is Bombs Away. Let's do Bombs Away. Just to keep myself in tip-top condition, more than anything else. 90% of them, the most important ones at least. It's really that expensive for Alliance. What was that for? The supply near the boat in Borealis, if you recall. Aha, right, okay. That was for the flight pass, wasn't it? Oh, I missed this. What do we need to do? Head on down here. Yeah. Down this one, I think.
Some stinking
Bombs away.
are trying to move through our territory, but I can smell them from miles away. Rough them up.
I need to put friendly nameplates on. We also need someone specific to do here, I think. From the looks of things. 4 soldiers slain. Azerite grenades. Kind of worked. Not quite though. There we go, there's the boss person up. You can head to the boss person over here. They're over that side, I think. Samadan Grunt. Darken the Stone, that one. Darken the Stone, we need to tag at least. So we'll do that. And we'll get the Grunt whilst we're here. And I'll get myself a little bomb. That didn't work, okay, that's interesting. Finish off that one. Heal up the bear, yeah. Oh, got an extra friend. Hi friend. This will be our last one as well. Very nice, very quickly done.
Fight. They didn't even see you coming, did they?
They didn't see us coming at all, that was super quick. Okay, so move over to the right and Wolf Leader Skralg. Do that one. Yep. Head on over. It's per account also, so you can use it on other characters. Ah, right, okay, that would be definitely useful. Where's Wolf Leader Scrowg? He's over here. Wrong direction, I think.
That target will demoralize the horde.
There they are.
Show them that defeat is inevitable.
Just going to check for the conquest chest. Okay, no problem. I shall wait here, just in case. Here we go. This looks like it could be a tricky one. We managed to avoid one of the throat rippers. Actually, that one's gone. That one went off flying. There we go. Bear. To resurrection pack. Revive. And then we'll carry on here. Make sure your health is better this time. Keep an eye on it, certainly. And then heal up. Do the old bits and pieces. There we go. Timecodes, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We're doing some world quests at the moment.
Decisive strike, hero. The horde's lost.
Decisive strike.
The moment you arrive.
Okay. Oops. Let's quick fly. Just made it. Phew. Okay, and retrieving data. Horde bounty reward 100 honor from Spenny. What's that from? Kill the assassin. Is that the bounty honor? Spenny. Let's go have a look. Where are they? That's an elite. That's the destroyer. What do we do here? This looks different. Okay. That seems to have disappeared anyway. Okay. That looks different. Okay. Have to get used to these. Happy Thursday or Friday. Hey Darkwing, how are you? Okay, let's carry on. Where's Mouse gone? Don't think there's anything different we can do here, is there? This doesn't look like the same bit, certainly. What have we got to do? Salt collected. Okay, we need to collect some salt. That's from these, I believe. Salt spine Crossilisk, I would guess. Oh, this is just a regular world quest, isn't it? No, that's the wrong one. I'm doing the wrong thing here. Let me just carry on, just kill these, and then I can fly again. That's just a that's a bonus objective, isn't it? This is the one I want. Battle bots. Oh no, that is the salt collected. Extra 23 experience. Yeah, we'll do that. I am correct. For a minute there, I thought it was just a regular bonus one. It's the 4th Sunday or the 5th. I lose track completely. Sith Lord, I like the use of the emotes. Rip. Okay. Sorry, Mouse. I didn't see you there. I'll stick in this corner and see if I can avoid detection. There's a whole bot battle going on over there. I don't know what that's for. I've not seen that one before. I need to actually make sure I loot these as well, because I need the salt from this lot. There we go, we gained a level. Collect these up and we get our salt that we need. There we go. Right, fantastic. That one seems to be in a bit of a state. Okay, so now we need to go over here. Give salts to Binny. Where's Binny? Give you the salts. Got the salts. Alright. Okay, that's interesting. Whereabouts was your So it's like a team battle or something like that. Rip. Okay, Mouse, let's see if we can find your corpse. Needle Cutlass, they're killing me 3 times. Right, let's come over and join you. Where's your corpse? Can we see your corpse on the map? There we go. You got it. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so is that all you done? Definitely. Have I tried doing the world quest on Horde? I haven't, no. Okay, skip this one for now. Then what do we need? Many fine heroes. We need to meet with this one. Is it this one we need to do now? Many fine heroes. We'll hand that one in. We've done the 4 we need. Meet up with Chandris. Stop the shipments. I don't have that one. I don't have that world quest because I'm still 119, so I haven't unlocked world quests. We can say that. For the Horde, we can say that definitely. They have different ones, and actually quite interesting to see how the 2 factions differ, to see different sides of the story. I would really like to do the storyline, definitely, on the Horde side. Right, let's go down, meet up with Chandris. I think we need to do next. And then we can do the last bit here. Yeah, the Horde story is a good one. Right, what have we got here? Wait for a mouse to get here before we carry on. There we are. Here we come, incoming. Thank you, mouse, for the help. It's definitely a lot quicker. Let's begin the attack. Okay, so what do we need to do? I combine might, target flag, suns enemy troops for 3 seconds. Okay, I guess we can move over here. Come over this way. And then kill the things, really. Target. That was quick. We'll just pop the target down there. I don't know if that does any difference or anything like that. Explode. Will blow things up. Siege weapons destroyed. Okay, that's easy enough. Kill a few of these, I guess. As an experienced champion there, we need to avoid. Maybe just blow them up. Guess that's the easiest way. Looking at this. Oh, Metcat, thank you very much. Raiding with a party. Oh, that's so kind of you. How was your stream, Metcat? Lovely to have you here. Watch or lookout we need to deal with here. Sorry, I'm in the middle of doing a invasion, and haven't done this one before, so it's a little bit new to me. How are you, Metcat? Thank you so much for stopping by with your lovely friends. North Sea above this zone, there's an underwater tavern that has a hearthstone, and when you click on it, you teleport to the Isle of Thunder. No, I didn't. Water transparent gate. That sounds brilliant. We need to head over this way, I guess, because I can see a few things over here that we need to also do. I'm guessing. There's a target here. This one we need to do. Kill this person. Let's do the target here. Alliance assassinating a king. I think this is the thing we were talking about, the different sides of things, the different story sides. I would be very interested to see what they're like. Ford horses? No, Horde forces. That's the right way round. Ford horses sounds good though. How was your stream, Metcat? Hope it was good. Let me see, healing flagon. Oh, I need to revive my bear. Not paying attention here. There we go. Fantastic. Level 119. We're on the home straight. Troon's shot marksman. We'll take one of those. And then what have I got? Have I got every... Oh, I have done this one. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. I've still got the list on these though. I haven't finished it yet. I've got siege weapons destroyed as well. So we need to do siege weapons. Let's go over here. Destroy the siege weapons. Deal with those. There we go. Got a few extras here. I'm going to go do this siege weapon at the same time. Bear's helping me out here. Darth Rubus, thank you so much for the follow. Whoops, avoid that one. Destroy that one, 3 of 5. And then we also need some more siege weapons. I'm going to go and find some siege weapons over this way, because that's my main thing at the moment. Bill, it's lovely to see you here. Really hope this new Relic... Oops, hold on. Reading and moving out the way. Bad idea. There we go, let's do this in a moment and get everything. And Grimlock, thank you so much for the follow. I really hope this new Relic of the Past won't cause too much inflation. Probably should have stocked up on more materials. I know what you... I have a similar kind of worries, definitely, Billis. I'm not sure, really, at this point. There seems like there could be some big opportunities, which are also frightening at the same time. Right, let's go over and do that siege weapon. One more to do over here. Thank you for the marker mouse. That was much easier. Ah, Sharpen, lovely to have you here. You funny man. This is Samadan. Let's help him make gold. That's a new tune. We are, this is my engineering and blacksmithing, no, engineering and jewel crafting character. Let's deal with that. Have I done everything I needed here? Yes, we have. So where do we hand this in? Is this back on the other side? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. They fixed vendor prices in the latest update on the beta BTR, so scaled now actually vendor for the correct high price. Exactly. So we looked at that earlier. Oh, hold on. Let me have a look. Oh, thank you. That's so much easier. Portal to Borealis. Thank you very much, Mouse. That was very, very easy given your help there. That was much better. Got really lucky with the vendor search. Made 100 gold, taking me up to 500. That was incredibly lucky. I never get that before. That was brilliant, wasn't it? Right, thank you, Mouse. That was fantastic. Let's go hand that one in. I'm guessing it's... Is it inside? Looks like it might be. If it's not here, it's going to be round the other side, isn't it? Let's go have a look. Looks like it might be inside. Nope. It's going to be outside. Yeah, it is. It's by the on the boat. Let's go around here and this one in because it was on the other side. Many fine heroes. So another 73,000 XP. Taste of victory again. That takes me 3 bars in to 119. So I'm very close to 120 now on my other character. There we go. Yeah, let's see if they fix it back down. I'm really not sure what's going to happen, definitely. Some inflation is okay. They nerf some shuffles and raw golden dungeons, so it'll balance out. Oh, hide your forward colours. Jack is here. I don't realise that even if they leave it, only the first rush people will make the big gold. The people who have already anticipated this, I mean, if we look at the... I'll jump over to Samadan. I'll look at the prices there as a comparison. So if I go over to Samadan here, I'll keep that taste of victory for next time. We jump in here because we were looking at this and we were looking at beta at the same time, and I made I'll do that at the same time. Actually, let's talk about this as well. Let's go into beta as well at the same time, and we can look and compare compare the price of them. Yeah. She sells the flight path map as well. Oh, excellent, Mouse. That's where I'll go to. So we're going to go through... now, we need to do this on... Change realm. We need to go over to the Moor, where we were testing this on Samadan. Or Relicadan, wasn't it? Okay. A lot of new gold to the economy. Yeah, that is the interesting part of it. Right, test relic down. Let's go here. And what just sold? A Cord of Haste sold. So Samadan, we were looking at the prices under my browse here. Potential relics. Run a shopping scan here. So these are the things we were looking at. So obviously rune cloth here, that has changed a lot. And the market value jumped to 313 gold. Hold on, this has got everything in. Potential relics. Has it got the bracelet shuffle in as well? Potential relics. Let's run a shopping scan again. It looked like that had extra things in it. Okay, these are the ones I was looking at as a list. Now Tempest Hide is already completely sold out here at 493,000. Yeah, the Mage Weave cloth I've got on my list. I had a fair amount of that already. Mage Weave cloth is here at 50 silver. So that could definitely be an option there. I've got 10,000 in my guild vault already. So that could be an option. The thing we were looking at though with these is the Mage Weave cloth, the Nether Weave cloth, the Rune cloth all get turned into bolts. And so that's going to increase your cost on your relics. Obviously we can make things with the Mage Weave cloth to make something that's going to be cheap. The same, I haven't got linen cloth in here. I could probably do with looking at linen cloth as well. Let me go back and just adjust this because I think it's all the cloth, definitely. Sycophatics, lovely to have you here. Shame it was as a corpse. Oh dear, I hope you're doing alright. Oh, you made it into one, as in actually a character into one. You do for some of the other relics. If we go jump over here onto beta, so if you look at the relics here on Shadowlands, relics of the past, the Cultiran's fine, that's deep sea satin and tide spray linen. If I look at the Pandaria ones, they start off as windwool cloth, and then the 5 and the 4 take bolts of windwool cloth, so that's going to increase your price by a factor of 10. Oh, the relic use actually only 5 Mage Weave cloth. Oh, really? Oh, that is interesting. The Ember Silk, yeah, the same here. So bolt of Ember Silk for these two here. So Mage Weave, this is Frost Weave, is bolt imbued, and then it's Frost Weave. So Outland, let's look at the, so that's linen, silk, then Mage Weave. Oh yes it is, it's only 5 Mage Weave cloth, so that is very cheap. And then Rune cloth is obviously more expensive here. Now going back onto my things here, let me just add this in. Oh, thank you Ariel TV as well for the follow. So it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, don't think inflation is that bad a thing for the economy. If it's properly balanced. Bulk customers, hyperinflation on the other hand is obviously bad. Yes, definitely. From vendor shuffles, yes, definitely. Yeah, that's the main thing we're looking at there. So some of the earlier relics use cloth, and then it goes into bolts for some of them. So at 4.7 million, almost for the Brutal, going to make enough to be well prepared. Yes, definitely, Raincloud. Your priority must definitely be get the Brutal. If that's the case, you're so close. So I would focus on that. This is future speculation, if at all anything. So in my potential relics list here, I want to add in linen cloth. So I'm going to just adjust it here from my group, because it's probably in my cloth. My auction of something has sold for 12 gold. I have no idea what that is. Oh, you can't see it because Cookie's in the way. Let's have a look down. Cloth. Let's put all the cloth in my potential relics group. Where's my potential relics group? Is up there. Minimize enchanting. Cloth is going to go under here. And the Cell Rune cloth we don't need now. I've gotten rid of that. I've moved that elsewhere, so we'll get rid of that group there. And then all the cloth has got the... we don't need the fell cloth. Silk cloth, wool cloth, and linen cloth is the main one we want to look for. There is the... actually, what I'll do is I'll put that in there, potential relics in there, put the linen there, add that in, add the silk in. And you know what, I'm going to add the that in. I'll just leave the other one out and put potential relics back into that, so cloth can go back into tailoring. just as fell cloth at the moment. And then we've got cloth bolts is also interesting to have a look at. So cloth bolts we'll go and put in the potential relics as well, just so we can see those. I've sold a load of auctions, got no idea what they are. They all say nothing on them at the moment if you look at them up here. Okay, that's going to be interesting. As you look into the mats, how people are buying up, are too cheap to be worth farming, to be honest. I mean, that's the thing, is there are some decent farms for these. Have people run the numbers yet on which is best to scale up? I've done some testing for how the vendor prices scale, but I haven't looked into which item is best to craft yet. So we did a test here, Billis. If we have a look, this was one example, looking at the brown linen pants. So this is the base brown linen pants, item level 9, sell price for 5 silver 58. You stick one relic on it, it goes to 42 silver. Put a relic 2 on it, it goes to 1 gold 81. You put a relic 3 on it and it goes to 774. You put a level 4 relic on it and it's brown linen pants at 44 gold. So that seems like a potential sweet spot. And then a relic 5 takes it up to 51 gold. So it's a big jump from item level 43 at 7 gold 74 up to item level 56 and 44 gold. So if you were going to do this with brown linen pants, then you're looking at 44 or 51 gold, and that depends on what kind of relics you can get at what price going on from there. And that's just one example, really, and that's the brown linen pants. I think there's so many other things we could potentially make here, and I'm just really looking at tailoring here. There's obviously things like the leatherworking fist weapons could be a potential one as well. Ilzem, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm having a wonderful day, so definitely. So a relic of the past is essentially an optional reagent you have. So there's different ones you can make for different for each and every profession. So you've got a relic of the past 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are obviously broken at a 64 test green gun. But if I look at the tailoring patterns here, linen cloth, wool cloth, silk cloth, then mage weave cloth for a relic of the past 4, and then rune cloth for a relic of the past 5. I mean, mats wise it depends. And then if you're a leather worker, there's all the different leather working ones, because you can look at Draenor. We go over here and look at the relics of the past here. These use sumptuous fur, so that uses 5 for a 2, 6 for a 3, 6 for a 4, and then 7 for a 5. So if you can get your sumptuous fur really cheaply and easily... oh, sorry, you can't see. Sorry, Cookie. Thank you, Will. Let me just move Cookie. There you go, pop down, Cookie. You're in the way. We're doing too much theory crafting here. We can't see cats. There we go. Move my cat hat. So there we go. Sorry, I will repeat myself again. So relic of the past here is for sumptuous fur. There's 5 here, 6 here, and then 6 here, and then 7 there. And you can use any relic on any. So if I make on any expansion, so I don't have to use Draenor ones to make Draenor things. It can and I can use, and these are all tradable as well. So I can use these on a leather worker and do everything else that way, definitely. Oh, Danny, thank you so much. Look at that, 20 months. That is amazing, Danny. Thank you so much for your continued support. That is brilliant. I should be able to do some updates now and do a 2-year Samadan hat, of which you're probably going to be the first to have, you and Gwylin. Yeah, fur is free for me. You got thousands and thousands. This is going to be fun to learn. I think we'll all get incredibly bored making different old world things just to vendor. I mean, if my experience from doing the vendor shuffle on tie spray pants is anything to go by. So 4 in this case, Mushy, was 6 sumptuous fur, and then 5 goes up to 7. So it's whether it's worth doing that extra one. So what do the relics do? Basically what you do is, let me make a few of these. So a relic of the past 1, relic of the past 2, Doesn't matter which expansion, you can make one for every single expansion, it doesn't matter which one. Now pay attention to the crafting speed of these. Do you see how slow that 1 and 2 were? Look at the speed of doing 3. That's really fast. Can you see that, or is Cookie in the way? Hold on, Cookie. I'm moving you over, Cookie. Where are you going to go, Cookie? You know what? Sorry, Cookie. I'm just going to have to hide you for a moment because we need to see everything. Actually, no, Cookie's fine up there. We'll keep Cookie up there. Sleeping Cookie in the corner. There we are. The relics are not soulbound. They can be traded and bought. The problem you have with these is... I have done a little bit of testing. You can estimate the vendor price for a fully scaled item 100 like this. Vendor price of the non-scaled version times 1.16 to the power of 50 item level of non-scaled version times 2.05. Well, Bellis, that I can't quite get my head around that, but that sounds... I'm going to have to look at that off stream and try and work it out in my head. I'm going to copy and paste that into a notepad. I think I sense what you're saying, but I need to actually do proper brain function to be able to actually understand it. There we go. I'll copy and paste that into a notepad so we've got that. Yeah, we can't see the crafting speed now, so that's the main problem there. There we go. Give the cat cam a bigger size, like full screen, and you the tiny screen. Well, we can do that. Hold on, what did I sell there? Whole load of stuff. Wrong window. Let's get back. Hold on. And Cookie's fast asleep over there. We'll put you... There we go. Cookie can go here. Although then I can't see my notifications. Cookie's going up here in the middle. Sorry, Cookie, you're being moved all over the place. It's Cookie with the Samadan hat. There we go. So now we can see the crafting speed. So, yeah, look at the crafting speed of... so this is the crafting speed of a 1. There's about... I know Happiest did the calculation on this. The crafting speed of a 2. It's quite slow. But then the crafting speed of a 3 is really fast, like 0.6 seconds, according to Happiest. And then 4 is slow, but not too bad. The 5 takes 10 seconds to make, though, I believe, or something like that. It's a lot slower to make the 5. Are the relics profession specific? So only a tailor relics for tailor items? No, Kenny. You can use these relics are relics basically. These relics of the past. It doesn't matter which expansion or which profession made them. You can send them over to any character. So I could get a leather worker to make them with some leather instead of sumptuous fur, or a blacksmith to make them with ore, and then send them over to my tailor. My tailor can then... Let's look at another thing as an example. Let's go something old, something I can make. Red linen robe, red linen vest maybe. What have I got materials for? We'll just have a look at these. Brown linen robe. So a brown linen robe at the moment is item level 5 without any optional reagents. So if I create one of those, brown linen robe is here. And it's 5 silver. If then I add in an optional reagent of, say, level 1, it now takes it up to item level 23. So we'll make one of these. And then we add one with maybe a Relic of the Past 2 instead. So it now takes the item level up to 33. Now our brown linen robe will vendor for 1 gold 77. If I then use a Relic of the Past 3, that takes the item level up to 43, so it's a big jump in item level. Not a huge jump in gold though, that's now 7 gold. And then I'll create one with a Relic of the Past 4 instead. So take the item level up to 56, and you can see the gold there jumps to 43 gold. At higher levels it gets a bit wonky, so I simplify things by simply checking how much the price increased from 50 to 100. I see. Thank you for doing the testing, Bellis. And then if we went up to a Relic of the Past 5, this takes it up to 50 gold and item level 100. The stats increase as well. This is 19 armor and 65 versatility. So we can now make all these different variations of brown linen robes, brown linen pants, depending on which optional reagents we add in here and which relic of the past we use as we add them in. So potentially the prices will get nerfed. The big jump here is from Relic of the Past 3 to Relic of the Past 4, where we go from 43 item level up to 56 item level, and then up to item 100 level it goes up to 50. So there's a lot of different things here. Sis, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. I've got a feeling this will change, definitely. I think they'll fix the vendor price jump and maybe reduce it to like 5 gold or something. I think so, Gotti. I think something like that may be on the cards, just reducing the price. Whether they do that for things like weapons or not, I'm not sure. Ah, Cookie's actually awake. She's wondering why I've moved her around everywhere. Full screen Cookie. Okay, we'll do that, Mushy, as we're here. There we go. Sleepy cat time. And welcome, Icizer. Thank you so much to have you here. Thank you for the follow. There we are. It's still a very sleepy looking Cookie. I think she's going to drop off again from the looks of that. So then we'll jump back to me. There we go. She's very cute at the moment. She's just sleepy up here with me. Okay, does that not work fully, Billis? Those are the 2 test examples at the moment. Dunder89, thank you so much for the follow. I always seem to get more follows once I have Cookie full screen, or Oreo for that matter. So what about disenchanting the items then? Will higher eye levels yield different mats? Very good question, Kenny. I like your thinking. So let's have a look. Do I have disenchanting on this, isn't it? Because it's Samadan. Where's my disenchant? Enchanting. Hold on. Spellbook and abilities. Professions. Disenchant. I'll just pop this down here. Okay, so where's my chat window gone? Let's move that up. Let's unlock this. Unlock the window. Move that up here so we can see everything from here. Right, okay. You got Gloom Dust earlier from disenchanting a 56 item. Right, okay. And you apparently cannot disenchant the item 100 ones. Ooh, that's interesting. Right, let's try. Experiment away. So disenchant brown linen pants gives us strange dust. Item level 23 gives us a light illusion dust. And then item level 33 gives us infinite dust. 43 gives us Drainic dust. 56, yep, it's Gloom Dust times 7, and yes, cannot be disenchanted. And so I imagine the same here, cannot be disenchanted. So we can do that, we can go up to here for Gloom Dust for the item level 56. Interesting, it looks like that's consistent, Billis. So you can't disenchant, but you can get the right enchanting materials then to maybe feed into another disenchant of some kind. Like some of the relics, the imbued cloth and things, might need something a bit more perhaps. It's massive, there's a whole load of interconnecting things that I've got no idea how it's all going to work, and I'm sure Blizzard don't fully know how it's all going to work, and how are we going to find all this out? There's going to be gaps, there's going to be opportunities here. Yeah, I'm not sure how TSM... I have wondered about that myself, Bellis. How is TSM going to handle all these optional reagents? How it's going to handle all the different variations and item levels of the same item? I mean, look at all these brown linen robes. We've now got different ones of all different types, some of which can be disenchanted into different things, and some of them cannot be disenchanted. So there's a whole... It's just completely blown everything up. Shall we look at another example? Let's try and find something from a different expansion. So let's have a look. Have materials. We need to make... So tie spray linen pants was an interesting one. When I did that before, and I tested that, I never got any blues proccing. That was one thing. Yeah, same like the variations we have now, I guess, yeah. Farm dead mice for linen cloth. Yeah, there's going to be people farming old world cloth for this, definitely. I mean, I think, yes, a lot of the maybe we'll find a price floor, won't we? Like things for like Tempest hide and linen cloth, and then suddenly everything will be that price instead. Because if I want to just have a look here actually at the price of linen cloth and things, so let's run a shopping scan on all of this at the moment. So these are potential either relic making gear or things we can make into something better gear. So if I look at the buyout here, linen cloth is currently 39 silver. Obviously it's been increased since it was before. Market value was 16 silver. So 39 silver could be a potential here. It's 1,900 of that. I would be tempted just to buy that out for speculation purposes at this point. We just don't know. So it's not a lot of gold to speculate on these. Netherweave cloth is another one. That's 40 silver. You know, I could buy that out. The wool cloth. There's loads of it here at less than the gold. I've got a fair amount of most of these. Netherweave I've got a lot of. I haven't got a lot of silk or wool. I think I'm going to buy a lot of this wool up because that could be interesting. I'm going to buy all of that there. Take that. And Sintaris, thank you so much for the follow. And I'm going to buy this silk as well, just in case, you never know. There's 634 there as well. There we are. Wife enjoyed the cookie sighting, said she was so pretty. Thank you. She's gone back down asleep now. She's fast asleep, stretched out. That is a peaceful cat if ever I saw one. She's completely chilled. Doesn't mind the camera at all. Will the cloth only get you a relic too? Correct, but we're not just thinking of the relics we're making here, we're thinking of the things that we can make to add relics onto. So I'm looking at things that I can make here under, have I got materials? Yes, I have. So if I go down here, what can I make that can have an actual optional reagent on it? We've got the brown linen pants we looked at. Simple linen pants is another one. This is all red linen at the moment. Maybe I'll have to make it some mage weave. Let's create some of this. I've got a whole load of sales kicking off in the background. Oh, there goes some more netherweave bags. Fantastic. The netherweave bags are flying off the shelf. That's good to see. So with some mage weave, is there anything coming in here as the list yet? Or let's look at Outland. The netherweave. There's nothing I can make yet that I've got the materials for. The Pandera is a bit weird. I'm not sure about that lot. And the same with the Hexweave. That's going to use Hexweave cloth and Sumptuous Fur. So I don't think these are actually going to give you something that expensive. Let's look at Kultira and stuff. Let's look at Tie Spray Linen Pants. So these are currently got a sell price of 27 at item level 52. Let's create one of these. There we go. No, I don't need to make lots of Tie Spray Linen Pants. Hold on. I only needed one. There we go. Okay. So this gear is created with relics would be vended for raw gold. Yes, that's the plan. For 8 bulk, go to Elwyn Forest and kill Murlocs. Service temper size probably went up 4 times already in the past few days. It make low level crafted gear upgraded to high level with relics and vendor it at an increased price. Actual gear itself may also, we don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Best way to start your day with a Samadan. Thank you, Softy Streams. Thank you so much for stopping by. How was Disneyland? Hope you had fun. So let me just move this over and cookie over so I can see that. Move that over there so I can see that. So let's have a look at this one. Completely empty. Fantastic. So we're looking at Tide Spray. That's what I was making. Tie spray pants. So bring up my bags again. So again, yeah, none of these were blue. So the Uma's enchanting rod seems to be a little bit different there. Blue Center, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Have a whole load of emotes for you to use as you like. Thank you very much indeed. We'll be doing more emotes now that I'm partner. So I'll have some more design ideas coming through on that front. So, and thank you, GXT Sniper. Thank you for stopping by. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, prices are going to be funky with 5 different kinds of crafted item on the auction house. I guess it will be light item variations, definitely. So let's try and put a Relic of the Past 5 on this. That should be item level 100. Takes the price up to 48. So the price was up here at 46 silver for item level 24. If we create one here with a Relic of the Past 5 on it, then we now jump from 46 silver up to 48 gold for an item level 100. And obviously the armor and the usefulness of the gear works really well. So item 56 should be 86% of the item 100 value. So let's make a Relic of the Past 4 and add that onto the pants here and create one of those. So we've got these ones here. These are 4s. So the 5 is 48 gold. The 56 is the 42 gold. Does that match with your prices? We're down by 6 gold on that. In my head, mentally, that sounds about right, roughly. Yeah. So how do you get the Relics of the Past? You craft them. You can craft them. There's a whole set of 5 for every single expansion and every single profession. And it doesn't matter which expansion or profession that makes them, they all become the same kind of relics. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yeah, so that's about right. Okay, so we're in a good ballpark here, Bellis. I love this kind of testing that we're doing here. So did someone already spreadsheet them? Yeah, definitely. Two-handed blacksmithing weapons. Yes, that's a good point, actually. Let's go over. We need a blacksmith. Let's make a blacksmith. We have Portadan, Earthenge, Awakening, Briggit, Samadan. We need to copy a character. We need to bring over Paladin. No, El Morte. Have I already got El Morte? Yes, I do. I've already got El Morte. Cancel that. We have El Morte here. Enter the world. There we go. Any relics made out of coarse leather? We can check for that one, Mouse, after this. Vendor price is like 85 gold. Wow, okay. So have a look at this blacksmithing. Just using the tooltip for these Culturian blacksmithing. Oh, I don't have much in the way of blacksmithing. Let's look at the unlearns. That's the best I can do at the moment. So again, you have all the relics here. So let me look at the early stuff, maybe. Blacksmithing plans, weapon mods, materials, armor mods, shoulders, chest, gauntlets, braces, belts, legs, boots, weapons. Ooh, what's a good one? Oh, these are all very specific ones. Even sword, mithril bars, these are all... what's a good cheap one? These all look like they're going to take a lot of different things. Oh no, this isn't too bad. Medium leather, heavy bronze mace. That's a one-handed mace. We want a staff, I guess. Something like that. But that's at level 16. We need to add an optional reagent on. We need to make ourselves some relics. I don't know if I can actually make any at the moment because I haven't learnt them. We'll have to go over and see if there's any we can learn. Relics I don't have here. Let's go pick up a relic here. Take the couple of bars of grinding stones. Yeah, let's have a look. Hold on. Oh, I haven't got a mount. Let's go on the Brutosaur. I want to go to the blacksmithing trainer to get myself some relics. I could send some over from Samadan. That's the easiest way to do it. But whilst I'm here, I'll just train me in blacksmithing. We'll learn the Culturian ones. So you have to go to the respective trainers to learn the correct ones. So we'll go over here. And can I actually make any relics here? Yes, I can. So let's make, we're only using storm silver ore to make these relics. Doesn't really matter at this point. It's got a long casting time, the relic of the past 5. And you need, strangely, every profession needs a blacksmithing hammer for them all. Which is weird. They always require a blacksmithing hammer, whether you're a tailor or a leather worker. They all need the same. You posted the link under useful stuff. Thank you, Viper. That's the spreadsheet, is it? Thank you so much. Are the relics coming in pre-patch? I believe they are, yes, Arctic Dragon. Because we've been testing them in there. So let's have a look. Learned. I need to go and I haven't leveled up my vanilla blacksmithing, so I can't actually make these. That's the problem. Okay, so I don't have a blacksmithing character that can make them. Yeah. So the purpose of the relics is to give you the option of making any of the old world crafts slightly relevant by making them up to item level 100. So I can see the benefit to this. The benefit is making things that, you know, a fresh level 50 could use. Maybe things with sockets, like some of the Pandaren stuff's got loads of sockets. Yeah, I don't think I can actually... Can I actually put the relics on the Unlearn tab? Does that work? I'll try it. Northrend plans, Outland plans. So let's go down here to materials, weapon mods, armor mods, helms, shoulders, chest, gauntlets, bracers, belts. There's so many things that I haven't been able to make yet. So weapons. What's a good weapon? I'm guessing copper mace, copper short sword, claymore. The claymore two-handed sword. A copper claymore uses light leather, weak flux, and grinding stone. 2 gold 40, 2 silver 44. If we were, I can't put it on from here because I haven't learnt it. So I need to learn vanilla blacksmithing to work this out. Yeah. Elenia AC, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot we're going to have to look at still here on this. So you can make Relic 1 to 5 with mats from all expansions, just more mats required for the high level Relic, pretty much, or slightly different ones, like Netherweave goes up to Imbued Netherweave, or Frostweave goes to Imbued Frostweave, and things like that. So all mats are relevant. All mats are potentially relevant depending on the cheapest one, and what's the cheapest Relic you're going to get for it. So it does, Cookie having a little stretch there, it does open up a lot of stuff. It does make it very exciting. I just hope we can get the right balance between, I don't want to spend all my time just making things to vendor as my way of making gold. If that's the best way to make gold, I'm really not sure that's going to be what I want to do with my time. I've looked at smithing, it's good, but nowhere near as good as tailoring, due to the supply of cloth versus ore. Yes, I mean, that is a good point actually. The copper ore can still be quite expensive, definitely. I still can't mount up here, yeah. Exciting for the farmers, definitely. Fear for their well-being should be punished by imprisonment. Yeah, it does sound fun, mushy. Okay. There's a lot to digest here. I don't know which way round is best to kind of think about how we can do this. It depends on how it works, really. Hoarding cheap mats in the auction house. I think that's probably the best thing we can do at the moment. Looking at my shopping list I've got here, looking at cheap cloth, cheap ore, cheap sumptuous fur, cheap tempest hide if you can find it, is going to be the main things to look for here. Because if the prices stay the same, anything less than the gold is probably worth turning into something else. So like this linen cloth, I'd buy that. 25 silver, yes please. Just like that. This wool cloth, 30 silver, yep, I'd buy that. 42 of those. the netherweave, and I've got lots of netherweave already. I've got like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 of it already. That's possibly not one. But then my average buy price is 52 silver on that. So I have a shopping string for this. So what I've got here is, it's got veiled crystals and stuff in there. That's not the right one. Potential relics. So let me just have a look. We've got the right one here. So this is roughly just thrown together at the moment. Looking at my potential relics, I've got arcane dust, ember silk, bolt of rune cloth. I've got the bolts in here as well, and the tempest hide and everything else there. The cloth bolts are all on their own. Centaur morte, obviously because I'm sending things to different characters to hold on to. Items with special effects will also be really interesting. Sulfuran Hammond, scaled. Ooh, I've gone really laggy there. Is everything okay on my stream? It's gone yellow. It might have gone green again now. My camera seemed really laggy for a minute there. Okay. Well, really interesting. Sulfuran Hammond scaled to Isle of Armor, interesting to say the least. Yeah, can you imagine that? I wonder what the stats would be on it. I can't make one to test, unfortunately. Yeah, oh, master of the farm. I am but your protege. Am I on PTR or beta for this? I'm on beta, Gundir. I think with relics you can get the sulfurous to be usable again. I mean, that quintessentially is what I would love to see relics being used for. That's the great thing. I'd love to see us use relics. I mean, I did it myself on Samadan. I made myself some crafted malevolent robe because it was item level 100 and my item level coming into Shadowlands was 96. You wanted... Well, I'm going a bit laggy here. I might not be able to have both versions of WoW open at the moment. Let me just turn the settings down on these a little bit. I think my poor graphics card is having a bit of trouble on both of them. Hold on, that's on Borealis, that's on system. Just turn this down. Two games running at 10, I think it's just taxing my poor 1060 a little bit too much, especially when one of them is Shadowlands. There we go, let's try that a little bit more. Potions, saw a nice 1 gold each in the auction house, took them all at this price, ended up with 2,048, not 200. It happens, because it happens. I bought out lots of things before at that price. Yes, I was talking about groups, wasn't I? Let's have a look. Yes, although isn't the new engine more GPU based now? Not so much the CPU. I don't think my CPU's taxed too much. Let me just check, just in case. Performance-wise, we are looking at... Okay, my CPU is very high. No, my power usage is high. I've also lost my mouse pointer now. Where's my mouse pointer gone? Okay, who's stolen my mouse? Can't see that. Let's escape out of that. Okay. One moment, everyone. I'm not sure if I've got a mouse pointer issue or whether it's a computer issue. There we go. Yeah, you can do the background and foreground stuff in the Windows settings, but I'm missing my mouse. I don't have a wired one because I'm using a wireless mouse. Bear with me one moment. I'm just going to sort my mouse out. I'm sure I had a wired mouse somewhere for emergencies. Hold on one moment. No, just got to plug in a mouse. There we go, hold on. Oh. And after that my actual wireless mouse pointer came back. So I now have two mices. As would happen. There we go. Hold on, I missed everything. Cookie put the mouse down. Exactly, it's a bit like that. Right, what else did I miss? So mats are meant to be more scarce in Shadowlands so far. We'll see what happens, definitely. You see it's under the TSM screen. Good idea, Jack. I've seen that this time. That was better. Hold on. Cookie's looking like I am innocent, definitely. Oh, there goes my mouse again. Okay, it seems to be a little finicky. Let me use my wired mouse. I think the battery must be going on it. There we go, hold on. Let me set this right. I haven't got the same thing. I haven't got the settings, Jack, so I can't do it here. It must be different for me. I was going to add you as VIP, Billis, but I can't see the button for it. I have to do it off screen. But thank you, Billis, for all your help on this. It is wonderful to have you here testing all this out. Thank you so much. That was Jack's suggestion. This mouse feels weird. Definitely weird. What was this one? There we go. I think it could be... Oh yes, it could be that actually, Jack. There we go, let's try that. There we go. Thank you, Billis, for all your help on this. Definitely VIP status for that. Thank you so much. There we go. Not sure if my chat's still working there. There you go. Fantastic. Right, we are back. I think with a mouse it's not quite working, but we should be fine for the moment. It's a little bit clickier, if that's such a thing. So let's head back to that. Got that on at the moment. There we go. Cookie's wondering where to sleep next at the moment. So what else would people want to have a look at on this front? Having a think about it. Let's go over, we're on Samadan here. Let's go back over to this side and look at tailoring a bit more. Oh, it looks like my chat disconnected. I'm reconnecting now. That's why I couldn't see any chat. I do apologise if I missed anything. It looks like my actual chat window has disconnected. I'll give that a moment to reconnect. If it doesn't reconnect, then I'll have a look. There we go. We've come back in, so I do apologise if I missed anything in chat. The whole everything since Will's message, like a ton more, seems to have disappeared from my chat. So I'll have to catch up on that later. So if you have had anything that's come in that last time, please do shout it out again. And we're going to go over and have a look at Samadan again, I think. I think my poor PC must have broken a little bit after all that. So test Relic Dan was what we were looking at here. Did I see the poor scaling of the software in Harem? No, I didn't, Bellis, actually. The last thing you said was that I slumped. Oh, right. Okay. It could have been the connection or something like that that caused a problem, perhaps. We seem to be back in action now. OBS seems to be playing. What was the Sulfuran Hammer? Let's have a look. Item level 100, holds a fiery ball, requires level 50, causes 26 fire damage. Is that a lot or not? I'm not sure. The sell price is 148 though. That's a big difference, yeah. Said earlier you don't need VP. Give it to Metcat. Oh, did he, Metcat? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll do that again. I don't know how well highborn trinkets scale to eye level 100. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's hard to make. I wouldn't certainly make it for a vendor flip, certainly. Yeah. All have like 6 HP on a level 45 too. Okay, so that's not going to do a lot, really. Now, this is why I didn't use this mouse, because there's no the right click doesn't work on it. So I need to go back to my other mouse and hope that it works. If my other mouse stops working, then I'm going to have to come back and go and grab a battery for it, because that's going to be the next thing. So the next thing to check is highborn trinkets. Let's have a look. We'll test that one out. So I'll go over, I'll log out of here, and then we'll go over. Do I have a Samadan? We don't have a Samadan yet, so let's copy one over from here to Europe, and we'll get Samadan. Copy you over. Boom and bang, thank you so much for the follow. Probably not much, you know. Okay, we'll copy this over. So we're going to have a look at the inscription. I haven't seen or tested the new inscription trinkets yet, no. So we'll go over here, and we're just having a look at... Do we already have it? We must already have a Samadan. Don't see them there. Let's try again. Samadan. Samadan. Second. Samadan 2. There we go. Paste this into chat in game. So that's your default chat frame. Add message. What on earth is all of that? Item ID with the name of the item to get the item link for the item level version of the item. Right, okay. Loving the cookie pose. She's very, very much relaxed at the moment. She's so chilled at the moment. She's completely stretched out. I was going to move her back over, but I'll keep her there for the moment.
A new threat rises.
Thank you so much, Samurai. It's so kind of you to say so. It's going in error mode. It looks like something like that. Okay, inscription. Can we see this all right? Let me just check my window so everyone can see that. Can't quite see everything. So we are looking at the trinkets, the highborn compendium trinkets. Currently, these are item level 100 at the moment. So no, nothing different. I had to check actually that I was actually on beta. I am on beta. There we go. There we are. So the highborn compendium trinkets in their current state sell for 42 gold at item level 100. Whether I can do that and make one, I'm not sure. Let me just check. Is there anything expulsion wise at the moment? That's more like ore, so probably not. I wonder. To link items in game, I just added the bonus ID to scale items to 100. It's clever going. I like that. She doesn't know that 200 people are staring at her. No, definitely not. Yeah, 42 gold for the 2 expulsum. Yeah, I forgot the expulsum. That's not going to be worth it for a vendor flip on those. We could look at... see, again, I don't have this profession fleshed out, so there's a lot of things that I wouldn't be able to make and upgrade here for some of these. This is... I tell you what this does tell me, is that I need to have every single profession on every single expansion in the next few weeks so that I can adjust and adapt to all these different things. it would be it would make the most sense to see where all these little niches are going to be, what all these different things are, and what things we can make, because the whole thing is completely up in the air. Definitely. That sounds painful. Yeah, that's my pre-patch plan. Yeah, I leveled up to 300 in Classic on Engineering. I've still got Draenor, I've still got a Dump Pandaria, I've got so much to do, definitely. Osmanite ore is down to 19 gold at the moment. Is that a good price for Osmanite ore? Continued cat cam. Donate your eyes, your gold, your love, Kaidar. For you, I will put on... I'll put Oreo on full screen for a moment for you, just to bask in the glory of Cookie relaxed sleeping for the moment. I wouldn't put it past Blizzard that they mess the vendor price on some item and people end up making a bazillion gold. I wouldn't be surprised, Billis. There's so many items. You're bound to miss something here, definitely. Yeah. So this is why they're removing the auction house mount, is because we're going to be able to make our own. There we are. A relaxed Cookie, if ever we saw her. Just breathing away, enjoying the quiet. Bless her. So let's think about this. What else can we do? Inscription I can't do a lot with. My mouse is definitely going. Okay, I'm going to have to get myself a fresh battery for my mouse. Be right back. Hold on. The market value is 34. Wow, okay, that's a big difference. There we go. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll go onto Cookie full screen whilst I go and change my battery over. There we are. I'll just wait there a minute. Okay, I'm back, hopefully with a working mouse now. Change the battery. There we go. Sorry, Cookie, I'll have to keep you sleeping there. There we go. Thank you so much, Kamisama. Hope to see you again soon. And we use pickpocketing as a way of making money. Oh, I'm not sure what Cookie's doing at the moment now. Hold on. Let's just go back to Cookie. She got a claw caught or something and pulled the camera. She's now upside down. Okay, she's fine now. That's alright. Panoramic Story, thank you so much. Cookie is enjoying the attention, definitely. Do you know a full list of the relics, crafting mats, and perhaps some way to easily put it into TSN for shopping? So yes, we were looking at that Kennybo stuff. Right, let me do this for you. I've got almost a full list. Let me just go back to regular. So over here, hold on, let me just stop going away. So I have here my current group. You're more than welcome to borrow this. Potential relics has the bolts, all the different cloth potentially, some ore that's being used in the rank 5s, netherweave cloths, tempest hide, thorium ore, stuff like that. Give Cookie an ice bottle. I think she's quite comfortable at the moment. I'm not sure she'd like the actual ice at this point. But yeah, you can look them up on Wowhead and do them from there. I could export this, but I'm not sure because I've got the center earthen and things like that. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be. Let's just deselect everything. Potential relics. Include attached operations. No, we'll do that. and then I'll just export that string. Obviously that's got send to characters and things like that. Let me just make a very loose paste bin here. And let me just pop this in. This looks odd. Not sure if that's the full thing. And I'll call this one Relics. Syntax, space exposure, public, create new paste. I don't know if this will work. Tell me if it doesn't work or anything like that. I'm going to copy that and pop that into chat. Try that out and see if that works. Obviously it's got the Centaur Mortar and Centaur Earthen in it. So if you would like to send any of your things to my characters, you're more than welcome to. You might want to put your own characters in there. But that is the paste bin for it. Let me know if it's working or not. One cat loves it. Oh, really? Okay. So blacksmith, leatherworker, and tailor only. Well, not necessarily. Let me look. So we're over here on inscription. Inscription has. Does it have any relics? I can't see any. Nothing in the unlearned here, no. Not that I can see here. The staves, interestingly, can use relics on some of those. A ghost iron staff, rain poppy staff. So Pandera inscription, let's look at the Cataclysm, North Rend. At what point do you start making staves or staves with inscription? Looks like it was North Rend. Battle Tome, Rune Staff, Plain Wooden Staff, Inferno Ink, Silver Inlaid, that's using volatiles. These look expensive, looking at those. And then these Rain Poppy ones, Ink of Dreams, Spirit of Harmony, that's going to be expensive. Ghost Iron's going to be expensive. Inscribed Tiger stuff, this is all item level 48. That hasn't, yeah, that has the 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It doesn't have a Relic 1 on it. Some of these are a bit weird, to be honest. Looking at the crafting cost of these, an Inscribed Fan, item level 38. Stick a Relic of the Past 5 on that, and it'll get to an item level 100. How expensive that is with the Spirit of Harmony and Ink of Dreams and the Light Parchment, I'm not sure really. I'm not sure whether these are going to be. I mean, there may be this. That's the thing. There are so many different items here. Dual crafting as well probably has something. So I'm not sure which is going to work and which isn't. It works fine, does it, Kate? Ah, fantastic. Thank you. So yeah, as a test, potential relics. Turn that on and off. Expand, descend, deselect all. Then select that, run a shopping scan, there we go. Meaning or purpose or importance of these relics, let me see if I can read something on Wowhead. Of course, Kaida, it's, I'm not sure why they're doing it, is the question here. But as you can see here, now the minimum price, because of my spending and things, we're down to 1 gold. So if you can find any cheap ones on your server, it's worth stockpiling a little bit. I mean, if you... This is what Samadan's doing at the moment. Actually, no, let's go to the mailbox first. I'll come back to here. Philippa, it is an early stream. We're doing an afternoon stream today. Oh, I've got some things have expired as well. Squirrel trail alert. I do apologise. Just going to relist these on. The one land only PZ. Thank you so much for the follow. Time for you to eat an early dinner. Have a mega wonderful Friday. Same goes for Twitch chat. Thank you so much for hanging out, Mouse. Really appreciated it. Some of the scaled items are kind of crazy. Dark Iron Pulverize has a chance to stun your target for 8 seconds. See, I love this kind of stuff, Billis. Definitely, I would love to see these old items being used in current content. I think that's going to be amazing. Definitely. Undercut my uncanny later, of course. Let's go through and I'll borrow your auction house for a minute, if I may. Oh no, I won't. Fine, I'll get my own. There we go, we're on a post scan. House Cookies, you're still upside down, so that's fine. I'll run through here, we'll get these posted on, then I can check just, I'll go to check my stockpile of items. Imagine we need to craft the fire resistance gear again for some new raids. That would be fun. The problem is it does cap at item level 100, so its actual usefulness, I'm not sure how long it's going to last. But it would be interesting to see some funny combinations coming out of it. I'm most excited for experimentation with all the sockets that some of the old stuff has. Yeah. To work this BIS stuff out, most things can have a level raised. Yeah, unfortunately, because you know you've got item level 100 for all these crafted things, but then all the legendary stuff goes up to 190. So there's a big difference there between what's going to be the best in slot really. Still rough around, but you'll fine tune it later. Oh, fantastic, Jack. Let's have a quick look. Oh, that's nice. I like it with the icons. That's really nice. You need to get some sleep, Jack. Yeah. Yes, that's a good idea. A relic of the past 6. And then up the item level and just keep everything current. I like your thinking, Billis. That would be fantastic if they did that. Really, really good idea.
If you find anything exotic,
right, let's take this lot, and I'll take my purchases. Wool and linen cloth. I need to find a home for this because it's gonna. I've already filled my guild bank up. Let's go have a look. No, you're on a roll. How do you change it to your alts names? You literally just go in and in your group management, so under the group, like Cento El Morte, you could probably just make a new group. I'm sure, yes, you could, there you go, sorry, there it is. Rename this group and change this, instead of Cento El Morte, send to Billis, like so. Or something like that, and that would work. Obviously you'd have to put the correct mailing operation in as well, but that should work. El Morte, there we go. So just rename them. So these are obviously, one is my blacksmith and one is my leather worker, and the other the main one is just for Samadan himself. So you reorganize the group as much and as differently as you want. This is just pure speculation. We don't know what Blizzard is going to do. So this is all subject to change. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's fun to find out and explore the idea anyway, at least at this point, is my thinking on it. And to be honest, a lot of these things aren't a huge gold outlay. It's just mainly bag space more than anything else. I need to go and check. Speaking of bag space, that spreadsheet is not complete that was shared earlier. There's a lot of different things. If you start considering all the different items, the relics of the past 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, as well as not just the 5 ones, there's definitely... I haven't done a custom price yet, no, not at all. And Sethland, lovely to have you here, hope you're doing well. So we've got a load of wind wool, bits and pieces here. We've used up a fair few of our bags at the moment, which is nice. Those have been sold. Sumptuous fur we've got a lot of here. Rune cloth, mage we've got a lot of here. Now I'm not going to turn this into bolts because I may use these for something else. Chaldrai silk, tide spray is fine there. I could do with another guild bank practically for this. I'm going to use my netherweave bag slot here to put this sumptuous fur in. Actually no, I'll do the linen cloth first and the wool cloth. That's going to be useful there. And then I'll pop the rest of the sumptuous fur in here. Sumptuous fur I'd definitely like to keep hold of, because that will always have a use in my hexweave bags. So I'll take all of that out like that. Got a decent amount here: frostweave, windwool, and ember silk. I don't have a lot of really old stuff. I've got bolts of woolen cloth here, a little bit of linen cloth, a few bolts of linen cloth. I could do with getting some more linen, ideally. Looking at that, that true iron ore needs to go to El Morte though. We'll do that one. Yeah, sometimes the relics take bolts, sometimes not. Some windwool cloth there. Let's groups. Let's mail selected. Uncanny Combatants Satin Cloak has just sold for 1,490. Since old Gears Vanilla looks better than current. Yeah, that's going to be interesting as well. Just don't worry about the transmog, just wear your latest thing, certainly. I figure Blizzard won't come out with a Relic of the Power 6 until 10. Of course, they might use them as a catch-up in 9.2. I mean, they are still relics of the past, I guess, but just to make them a little bit more current, that would be good, Viper, definitely. Oh, thank you, Mushi. So sometimes it says bolt and sometimes it doesn't. Viper, Mushi was saying something about the spreadsheet, saying that there was sometimes the bolts were needed and sometimes not. I'm not sure which ones are needed at all. What's the point of buying Uncanny Cloak when the Legendary Cloak is available for everyone? It's simply down to the speed of getting it. Some people just don't want to do that initial quest, and so it's easy just to pick up a cheap cloak for 1,400 and get your item level up. Character Society Guild on ended up having to clear the cache, and it worked in the end. Oh, okay, Samurai, glad you found a Relic of Future patch. Glad you found a solution, Samurai. That's brilliant. Linen is now up to 7 gold each on your server for now. Yeah, I think people, yeah. People will be speculating, most definitely, on this. Right, I'm just going to move Cookie back to her spot. See if I can get the scaling right. There we are, something like that. So it is exciting times. I do need to think about my professions and fleshing them out so that I have more professions, especially I think leatherworking and blacksmithing, because there's going to be some options there in terms of what I can craft, potentially for some vendor flips and things like that. I would like to be able to have the expertise to be able to do a lot of different stuff. Obviously, doing it at a time right now when all the mats have suddenly gone up in price is going to make things especially hard, definitely. So you rarely play that. Intro quest is a couple of hours. It could be spent more usefully, definitely. You can farm any cloth more than you ever use in an hour. This is true, Mushy, actually. Because of you doing all the things and doing so many raids and things like that, it's very easy to do it that way. Yeah, maybe they'll add Relics catch-up mechanic, definitely. No, simply through doing lots of old world content to do all the things. There's quite a few old world mats that will work now. Yes, Samurai, there are some, especially you need to look at the ones that are 4 and 5, because that's where the biggest price jump is if you're looking at prices for vendoring. So if I just go out of here, and if we go over to Samadan, oh no, Samadan's in Bastion, we need to leave some, actually no, I'm fine where I am at the moment. Just remember which dungeon it dropped in. You have like 5 guild banks to store it all. I mean, Ember Silk is quite easy to get, and Dead Mines, things like that. Once you've got cloth scavenging, it's going to be fairly easy to pick up a lot of this old world cloth. Just bought all the cloth below 1 gold, even if the relics don't make it live this state, use it in other stuff anyway. Exactly. I don't think it's a really big problem, certainly. Right, okay, so let's have a look what we can do next. Okay, I was looking over here because I was looking at the different relics. So we have Relic of the Past is using Tide Spray Linens, because Tide Spray Linen is still fairly expensive because you've got the pants shuffle on that front. Legion is using Shalderai Silk to make those, and then Imbued Silkweave, which is going to be more expensive. Does applying relics change the minimum required level to equip the item? Yes, it does. So now I can't show you on this character unless I make a bunch. Oh, I can make a bunch actually. Let's make a bunch. So let's Draenor, Pandaria, Cataclysm, Northrend. What should we make? What have I got some materials for is a question. Filter, have materials, bolt of runecloth, wool bandage, Northrend, flying carpet. I don't have a lot of Spirit Mend robe. This is probably a bad example, but let's say 36, and then add an optional reagent 2 in it. Requires level 25. Add a 3 in it, and it requires level 35. Add a 4 in it, and it requires level 45, and then add a 5 on it, and it requires level 50. Anyone worked out the actual value of each cloth if things stay as they are, or is that a big ask? Depends on the prices of the other reagents, and it depends on what you're making as well. So it would be the so it won't be the same on each server. Yeah, because you've got a lot. There's so many different factors to look at here. I don't think one spreadsheet to rule them all will cover this. Definitely, there's a lot of different things to think about. Because some of these things are still quite expensive to make. Like 6 bolts of Ember Silk cloth is actually quite expensive for something. I mean, that says that's going to be 25 gold for one of those relics on it. Is that actually right? 25 gold? Yeah, it is 25 gold, so that's quite cheap as far as things go. The one I'm really interested in is this, the crafted dreadful stuff, because this is already, the malevolent stuff is already item level 100 and worth 45, so you don't even need relics for these. You can literally just make them with the bolts of windwool cloth. So you could do a simple math behind that. What was that? 8 times 5, that's 45. Let's look at the pants will probably be the best one, because that's worth 62 gold. So if you take what's that? 8 times 5 is 40. So 62 gold. 60. No, hold on, wrong button. There we go. 62. Oh, numlock. There we go. 62 gold divided by 40 is 1 gold 55 for your price of windwool to make that profitable, going from 62 to that without even using relics. Then once you add relics in, there's going to be different matters. This is obviously not a good example for that, but if you were looking at brown, filter have materials, turn that off, have materials, the brown linen robe, the crafting cost of this is really cheap. A bolt of linen cloth is not going to cost you much at all. And then, what was the other one? The pants as well. Brown linen pants. That is 2 linen cloth and 1 coarse thread. 2 bolts of linen cloth rather. And then you add a reagent on that and make it worth 51 gold. And you look at the price there. So you've got to do a lot of different calculations and things like that. Work out what's going to be most profitable. So instead of making just 1 for transmog to sell, essentially we now might have 5 to make of each item. I don't know how much this is going to be useful on a leveling basis or something like that. Definitely. Weapons are more profitable, Civi, definitely. Billis was talking about that earlier. Some of the blacksmithing ones are cheaper. Do give you more gold, like 85 gold, certainly. Did rank 1 lower the level requirement? So brown linen pants, I don't have any rank 1s on me. Let me make a rank 1. Hold on. Let's find one of these. Let's make a couple of rank 1s. And we'll do a search for brown linen pants. So currently these are item level 5, requires level 3, and that takes it up to required level to 15. So that makes it up. Oh yes, you were looking at the other one though, weren't we? We were looking at the crafted, the Pandaria ones. They'll probably lower it, wouldn't they? Pandaria pants. Gloves, pants. So without a relic on this is currently 39. You can only put a relic of the past 5 on it to take it up 1. Yeah. So can you craft Nightborn trinkets and scale them down? I'm not sure. From the look of this, maybe not. Maybe not. So basically we're going to print gold. In some way or form, there is an option. I can't, if it stays in this format, I can't see Blizzard reducing everything, certainly. Neon Rust, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, definitely. So does it increase the gold value when you craft them? Yes. That's what we've been looking at, is basically, especially the brown linen pants, going up in value up to 50 to 51 gold. So it makes it very cheap to make something that can then vendor. I mean, I would hate for us all to be just spending our time vendoring stuff. It would be a terrible use of our time. I would much rather us making useful things that other players want that we can sell on the auction house for more. Can you craft relics from one profession and use them to upgrade items for another? Yes, you can. You can send them over from one character to another. They're not soul-bound or anything like that, and it doesn't matter which expansion you use them on. So this relic of the past doesn't matter whether, there's no indication of where it's from. It can come from any expansion and any profession. How do you craft the relics level 5? Different methods of crafting them using different mats. Yes, basically every single expansion. Hold on, let me turn my. No, I haven't got that off already. Every single expansion has its own mats, own relics of the past. So Draenor ones require sumptuous fur, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in increasing amounts. The Legion ones require Shaldorai silk. So the materials required are different for each expansion and for each profession. So there's multiples of ways of making different types of relics of the past, which can then be used to apply item level upgrades to any number of professions, from tailoring, blacksmithing, leatherworking, and potentially a few other ones like inscription. We've seen there. So there's lots of things. To give you an idea, based on one item, you can craft 56 of black mage weave vest using 13 mage weave cloth and 3 silken threads. The item vendors for 43 gold, so that set a floor of mage weave cloth at 3 gold, 30 silver. But you can set at least as much, this much for mage weave cloth. So yeah, anything under the 3 gold 30 will give you a profit. I mean, it's things like that that are going to be amazing, isn't it? Be interesting to see how many legendaries we're going to have to craft to gain the ability to make the next level up. And that's an interesting one thing, because I haven't looked at the top level stuff other than just making the odd one, certainly. Do you think there will be changes might be worth it? Yeah, that's the thing, we don't know how much of this is going to make it through to live, certainly. Happy Friday, Technaro, lovely to have you here. We're discussing relics at the moment. It's been an on-off topic all afternoon so far. It's really interesting as to the possibilities here. So if we thought scrapping stuff for Expulsion was bad in Shadowlands, we're going to do all day, every day, just vendoring crafted items. Yes, basically, Kenny. That's the problem. That's the thing I don't like about it from a gold making point of view. It's going to take a long time to make the relics. It's going to take a long time to craft all the different items or whatever they are. And then it's going to take us a long time just to vendor them all. And we've got to deal with all of our bank space in this point as well. Yeah, it is currently a gold printing system, but it depends on what happens when pre-patch hits. Yeah, I think Alpha Male is saying the right thing, actually. I think even if they reduce the vendor price, it would be nice to see Relics of the Past making old crafts more relevant. That's what I would love. Kind of like Tice Ray Pants, exactly. And we know how that turned out for me. I'm not sure how much I would like to do that, certainly. Yeah, if it's the only way I wouldn't like to do it, yeah, definitely. You just bought 5k Mageweave cloth for 1 gold each, or vendor for 15k. So you've literally just given yourself 10k minus the time, obviously. And we'll certainly be better off farming herbs and ore for this, at the start. Yes, Will, I think probably. This will be something to do in pre-patch, perhaps. Yeah, going out and killing mobs is a gold printing system as well. Yes, exactly, Valorant. That's a good point. Yeah, you don't necessarily need to do the crafting yourself. Of the relics, certainly you could sell the relics quite easily. You won't have trouble selling your cloth for 2 gold 50, and if you can get a nice farm going of Mageweave cloth for 2 gold 50, that's going to be good. That's going to push the price up of all of the base material, certainly, which I think is kind of a good thing. It's going to affect the prices of everything, really, but it means that farming different things is kind of viable. Yeah, set it to make 100 relics whilst you eat something, while assuming it ends up being worth it in the first place. Yeah, something like that. That's the thinking behind it, certainly. There's still a lot of things to think about in terms of how it's going to work, definitely. But I am thinking I do need to... Let's just log out of this Samadan. I do need to have a look at my professions. I've got tailoring sorted, pretty much. That's fine. I should log on all of your level 60, all your 60 pet realms and buy out all the cloth. Good luck, Billis. That's a lot of stuff to do, definitely. Milo, yes, it is an early stream today. We are doing it. It's an afternoon one for me. I really like these Friday ones because it means I can catch people at a slightly different time, and we can talk about stuff like we've been doing with all of the relics, and we get to have a cat on stream as well. Cookie has joined us today, this afternoon, this morning, whichever time zone you like to think of. Tice Ray Pants is worthless, but an investment point of view, you get 3% of your investment back for 2 gold. Not bad on the long run. Yeah, Lycian, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, it depends how much you do off screen and how much you can turn through your materials and things like that. Yeah, yeah, just flipping the cloth would be a good thing, I think, Billis. I mean, that's simple and easy, definitely. I'm still selling some netherweave bags. That's good. Let's move that back up there so we can see them. There we go. Move this over this side. There we are. And there goes my netherweave bags. I'm actually gonna get some more of these going because I still have some. I want to clear my bank space. Yeah, I think they might. John's back. Especially as we're all talking about it now, I've got a feeling they might. Let's just get myself a few more of these. Then we can pop those back on. You couldn't craft if you wanted to. Yeah, you're literally just flipping them. That will make you a decent amount of gold given the price hikes on these. Definitely. I mean, looking at the... We'll have a look in a moment. I'll just post my netherweave bags on. Get those on. More netherweave bags. Sell those. So yeah, looking at the prices of things now, it's looking for anything really that is going to be at, like you said with Mageweave cloth, if you can just bump the price up of that, that's going to be useful. Nether weave's at 1 gold, wool cloth's at 1 gold, mage weave is at 1 gold here. I've got 10,000 in the guild vault. I could simply just keep on buying mage weave and up the price of that. Because how much is it beyond that? 1 gold, 1. I mean, simple flips here, really. We could look at these in different thoughts. It's working out what the bottom floor is. You can see Sumptuous Fur there is now at 3 gold 37. If I was like Rose, I could go out and collect up myself a whole load of Sumptuous Fur quite easily. Windwall Cloth at 194. And then, as Will does, his farming things is going to be quite easy as well. Hate farming. Besides, can make way more from the auction house in an hour than farming. Outlier with your obsession is love to play a game. You see how many X you can get in an hour. Exactly. That's the fun for you, Will, and I like that other people can enjoy the game differently. For that very same reason. Yeah, 6 bolts of Ember Silk is 60 Ember Silk. So how much per bolt? Yeah. Frostweave Pants and Rune Cloth will have a floor of at least like 2 gold, probably more though. Now, Frostweave is currently looking at 2 gold 73. I've got 3,000 of it with an average purchase price of 82 silver. I can't remember how many Ember Silk is per bolt. Actually, where is my bolt of Ember Silk cloth? It's down here. I mean, you can get a decent amount of Ember Silk just doing the Bastion of Twilight, can't you? Things like that. Rune cloth mostly used for the relics, not the actual items. Yeah, I am. Yes, we'll have a look, Mushy. Bolt of Ember Silk. Do I not have a bolt of Ember Silk? I normally have a bolt of everything on my favourites. Right. Bolt of Bolt of Ember Silk. Let's add that to the... Oh, it is on the favourites. Yeah, it is 5, Mushy, you're right. The Rune Cloth Relics upgrade items crafted using the other materials. So what was the... Let's go over to Test Relic, Dan. Let's go and check on this one. Rune Cloth Relics upgrade items crafted using other materials. So the Rune Cloth Relics was looking whilst doing your housework. That's fair enough, Catherine. I bet you're pleased that you got it done though. Lovely to have you back. So looking here, Rune Cloth is going to be down in Outland, is it? I unlearned here for this one. That's Netherweave for Outland. Netherweave goes that way. Rune Cloth goes for the Relic of the Past 5, so it's 5 Rune Cloth for that one. So depending on your price of Rune Cloth, looking here at my price of Rune Cloth, let's run a shopping scan on these.
At least 2 centuries old.
Different TSM groups of the relics prices will not be the same for all the ranks. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to make an actual group for all of this. So these rune cloths are now at 1 gold 90. So 5 of these to make 1 relic. So thinking about your relic price being at that just under 10 gold for that price. So then you'd have to make something for less than that. I mean, I've got absolutely loads of rune cloth here. I've got over 6,000, so I'm not going to buy any more at this point. But you could see people buying this up, certainly. And Titan Nielsen, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. So 30 per relic, or 4 for relic 4, or 35 for relic 5, yes. So 70 seconds to farm that up. Whatever else you lose in those 70 seconds with the treasure finding potion, yeah, for the Ember Silk, so it gives you a decent amount of stuff you can think about, and then sell that Ember Silk. Everyone's going to be wanting to find the cheapest thing, as we've been talking about here at the moment. It's finding the cheapest thing to make for a relic, and the cheapest thing to make for selling into gold. Once people find out those, then we've got the price floor for various things. I think from looking at this. Lemon Juice, thank you so much for the follow. Or Lemon Juice, sorry. Thank you so much for the follow. On one hand, you want to hoard relic mats now while the price is low, but on the other hand, I'm afraid this will change something, so it won't be a profitable shuffle. I'm with you on that, Kenny. I mean, given the amount of expenditure I've probably spent just buying a few of these up to speculate, I've probably spent no more than 10,000 gold at most, I think. Just thinking of a rough ballpark here at the moment. It's not huge amounts, as long as you can pick them up cheaply. As Mushy says, you're already drowning in most, exactly. It'll be slow AFK gold, don't just want buying out everything possible, no. If you find something that's a decent price, then that's definitely worth looking at. I mean, look at Tempest Hide now, 9 gold 99. I mean, I could... See, Earthen's got 6,942 of this. Do you start speculating now? Will people be buying it at this price? Now that people are talking about this and people don't know the actual numbers. There's options here, certainly, just to make a bit of money now in what everyone's doing and reacting to markets. Yeah, there's a lot of different spots, isn't there, Will? There's lots of different options here. There's so much because you're talking about all the different expansions, 7 expansions? Probably not all of them, though, because the latest one probably doesn't count. And then all of the different combinations of all the relics and all the things you can make. There's a lot of different stuff here. Won't be so busy crafting, there won't be enough time for that. Exactly. Yeah. Don't even need to compete in the open world. Exactly. This cloth will be easy to get. We'll get if this stays and if the prices stay high, then we'll get a new floor level for all of these. Someone, either myself or someone else in the community, I'm sure will come up with some spreadsheet that looks at all of these. Could you explain what the old mats have to do with making relics in Shadowlands? Of course, Arm Deadly. So, this is in Shadowlands Beta. Each expansion has 5 relics that you can make, and they require different old world materials. Hold on, Cookie, sorry, I'm going to have to move you over. There we go. There we go. So, each of the relics here in each expansion has old world materials. There we go. Thank you, Mushy. And then you've got the same for Outland, different materials, netherweave cloth. And you can make 5 different types of relic. Each of these relics, it doesn't matter which expansion you make them with, they can be used in any other expansion and any other profession. So if I make this relic of the past 5, I could then send it to my leather worker, and they can then use that as an optional reagent to upgrade an old world piece of item and increase its value, and then sell that to a vendor. So there's a lot of different stuff going on here. You use the relics to increase the item level of anything from any expansion, practically. Like, for example, if we go over to here to brown linen pants and add an optional reagent on this, I add a relic of the past 3 onto this, and it increases its item level to 43. If I make a relic of the 5, I haven't got any at the moment, but if I made one of those, that would increase the gold value again up to 50 gold, which means that suddenly you can make brown linen pants with only a bolt of 2 bolts of linen cloth and some coarse thread, stick a cheap relic on, depending on where you got the relic from, and then you can sell that to a vendor for more gold. In theory. This is still early stages, this is still beta, it may change. As Jack Ross says, the markets are going to be all over the place. We're talking about this a lot in the gold community right now. I did my Wowhead post on it last week, and I mentioned this like a couple of weeks before as well. So 4 linen cloth and 1 coarse thread plus 5 rune cloth is 51 gold 37. If you were to assume the linen cloth and the rune cloth to be valued the same, that's 51 gold for 9 cloth, or 5 gold 70 per cloth as the vendor floor. There you go, Billis. That's the reverse working out. That's the difference. That's what's going to happen to the price of linen cloth. So Ember Silk is the, if we go over to here, is the, let's just clear this one. Ember Silk is the Cataclysm Relics. I have to go to Unlearned for these. So Ember Silk cloth will get you 1, 2 and 3. And then for 4 and 5 you need bolts of Ember Silk cloth. So you times the amount by 5 for those. So you'll need, as Mushy said earlier, you'll need 30 Ember Silk cloth to get a Relic of the Past 4 here, and a 35 Ember Silk cloth to make a Relic of the Past 5. But as Billis was saying earlier, you can make a Relic of the Past 5 with, you don't need all those bolts of Ember Silk, you can just do it with 5 rune cloth, which is a lot cheaper, in theory. You bought 15,000 thorium ore at 10 silver each weeks ago and slowly selling approximately 70 silver, now going for almost 2 gold each. Happy to track prices until pre-patch. I mean, that is, that is a good use of flipping, basically, Mr. Gareth. That's brilliant use. They might, Devin, they might change them. Thagoras, thank you so much. That's so kind of you to say so. What's the point to be able to up the item level for items? The point is to create multiple item levels, spread gear between 1 and 100 if item level 100 starts at Shadowlands. Basically, it's to give people, it does in some way make old things relevant. Like we were saying, some old items might have certain sockets or certain effects that would make them useful if you then made them an item level 100. Definitely. Yeah, that's a nice easy farm, definitely. All the mats in the world will have set prices like tie spray linen. Basically, it will set a floor to things if you are willing to do this kind of vendor shuffle. So 5 mage weave cloth, bolt of mage weave, or so mage weave is just 5 mage weave cloth. No bolts for a Relic of the Past 4. So mage weave cloth and rune cloth, I would say, are definitely worth buying at a decent price. So going back over to my list here, if I just rescan this, just go away from AFK. So this rune cloth at 1 gold 90, I would say that would be a good proposition to buy some at that price, because on the napkin math that Billis just did there, at 5 gold 70 per cloth as a vendor floor is huge. Absolutely huge difference here. So you could, in theory, quite happily buy, what have we got, 2 gold 90 for the next one. I'd quite happily maybe buy that. There's only 54 of them there. I've got 6,000 on me already. So I'm going to actually buy 53 of those. Keep the one on them. And then Mage Weave. Mage Weave's here at 1 gold. So if we were to buy some of that, there's 1,923 at 1 gold. And then 195 here, so I buy 2117 of this, then I got myself some of that, and I could potentially turn that into something more profitable. Wool cloth here at 99 silver, there might be something we can do that. Netherweave potentially. Netherweave's an interesting one, because the Outland uses Netherweave for 1, 2 and 3, and then for 4 and 5 it uses 64 test gun, which isn't quite correct. That's obviously not what we're going to be needing here to use a gun for these. So I'm assuming these are going to be either bolts of Netherweave or imbued Netherweave. I'm thinking maybe bolts of Netherweave, looking at the way things have scaled from there. Okay, you bought 4,000 for 350 gold. Better not be wasted gold. Well, the thing is, Mushy, as Billis was saying, you can always... people are going to be reacting to this now. the markets are going to change now. So you could buy that 4,000 for 350 and put it back on. Yeah, Sumptuous price is probably the lowest due to the garrison availability. I think so. Sumptuous is going to be, I mean, finding some on for a decent price is the tricky part, really. You need 5 Sumptuous Fur. Sumptuous Fur is currently for me at 3 gold 77. I bought it for an average of 2 gold 7. This is on beta. So I'm over here in retail looking at the prices of things, and I'm over on beta here doing my testing here. Getting the barn and catching the wolves is another good way to get my Sumptuous Fur, definitely. What do you think? How many? I'd have to go full rows on it, and how many would I have to make? Quite a lot, really, definitely. Not now, going on 4 days ago. What's that for, Lizard? For you, Sumptuous Curse is the most expensive. Tempest Hide is 65 silver for you. See, Tempest Hide is a good one. Tempest Hide is not in these ones, under this. Tempest Hide is under leatherworking. So if I log out and go over to Earthen, this is on beta. Yeah, moved already 4 days ago. All right, the market, yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing, isn't it, Lizard? It's going to be moving a lot at the moment. So if we go over to here and look at Tempest Hide, with 6 Tempest Hide, you can make a Relic 4. With 7 Tempest Hide, you can make a Relic 5. So these will be very, very useful, I think. Yeah. Maybe we'll also have a floor like 5 gold. So assuming you get your linen cloth at below 5 gold as well. So stock up on linen, exactly. Or find a way to farm lots of it, definitely. Yeah, be careful with what you're speculating. Thank you, Will. I have to keep on reminding myself that this is speculation. We don't know if this is going to carry on through. Why buy items off the auction house on PTR to craft all the relics? Yes, that's why I'm on both here at the moment. I'm not on the PTR for this. I'm just using beta here to check the materials, and swapping over to my retail to actually look at the prices of things here. A linen cloth. Where is my linen cloth? There it is. How's linen cloth looking at the moment? 34 silver, and then it goes up to 5 gold. So yeah, that's what you want really, more than anything else. You got loads of meiji bolts as well. Remember, you don't necessarily make them into bolts either. Linen cloth is at 99 gold each on your 99 gold. Ouch. Yeah, heirlooms have no XP bonus at the moment. Using the relics on items and then vendoring them, definitely. But heirloom scale, yes, exactly. So this is more to do with a vendor shuffle more than anything else. What I would like is to see more stuff relevant though, especially at item level 100. You stored them in bolts, but you need to make the pants too, so you use the bolts for that. Exactly, you use the bolts to make the pants, because the pants are one of the cheaper ones to make. I haven't got them up here at the moment, but yes. Thank you so much, Zethus. Very kind of you to say so. It was a long road, but we got there, and it came at the just perfect time for me starting this new journey. I don't know why Cookie's absolutely miles away now. I think it's okay to keep the bolts, like Mushy said, if you're going to make them into pants, because that needs the bolts rather than the cloth itself. Linen cloth is 14 silver on your server. Tempting. The thing is, when you look at that price, It's just storage space at this point. I mean, if you've got a decent amount of gold, this kind of expenditure is not going to break the bank. It's going to be, you know, a few thousand at most. I mean, below 20, we need pants ourselves. Exactly. Yeah, it's. I think for these low-level speculations, it's fine. If at the end of the day we don't have it, it's a few thousand gold. Obviously, I wouldn't invest millions in this because it's still at beta stage. I certainly wouldn't do that. But it's interesting. Potential little loss for a potential big game. Yeah, if you're prepared to do the whole vendor shuffle anyway, which we don't know yet. Let me just go through and check. We did buy a few more, didn't we? Let's go pick those up. I've got nowhere to put these. That's my main problem now. I'm kind of at my limit, almost in storage. Let's go over this way. Actually, I don't need to keep that in slow mode now. Let's turn that off. There we go. We don't need that at the moment. Yeah. Well, we don't know, Trident Nielsen. There's still other things. The Tempest Hide is another one to look for. Tempest Hide is quite cheap as well. Just make more guilds. I think I might have to. We've got 3 at the moment. How's my... Where is my guild lot? Oh, guild lot's not that one. It's this one. Looking at the wrong one. There we go. I'll pop all this lot in here for now. See if we can get some more bits and pieces going through there. If I can clear out some of these netherweave bags, that would be useful as well. Spent probably 10k on cloth and leather. If this relic stuff gets nerfed, you'll still make money with it another way regardless. Still somewhere to put it. Yeah, that's the main thing, is just finding the money, the place to put it. Linen could, in theory, drop down from level 1 to 8. Then you could onto wool. You could be a lot less go around with scaling. Yeah, there's a lot of different options. So many different combinations here. Absolutely loads to think about. You're on guild bank number 4 in Shadowlands. Wow, that's pretty good going, Real Ginny. I'm almost there. I've got so much at the moment though. Whilst I am here, actually, I just want to check and relist on alchemy, because Awakening's going to need another check on Silas, and probably a cancel, scan and repost, I imagine, as it's been a few hours since I last did Awakening. We'll do that now whilst I'm here. Make sure I'm not on a beta as well. I can always tell because of TSM being on. I'm wondering how is TSM going to handle all of this? That's going to be interesting. Yeah, leathers and ore will be required as well, depending on which one's going to be the cheapest relic. Cloth seems to be one of the more profitable ones, but there are others like Tempest Hide, which look like they could be good. So I'm just going to run a cancel scan on this lot, because alchemy does shift quite quickly in price. So I'll just take these off. We're back to our Silas sphere as well, so we could probably just check for a final Silas. We'll take our cancels out of this. All cancels and expires as well. There's a few expires in there as well. We've sold a greater flask of the currents and a superior battle potion of agility since I was last on earlier. So we'll take those off. 65,000. Wow, that's loads of sales this week. Let's run a post scan on this lot. I'm definitely excited for the possibilities. No matter how this turns out, whether it's in flipping old materials or whether it's in vendoring things or whether it's making old things for people to wear, I'd really like the last one, especially if, like Billis was saying, we can have extra relics in the future. That's going to be really good fun. Right, do we need to restock on anything? Let's just check, clear that. Superior battle potion of agility. Okay, we'll make a few of those. whilst I've got the proc. I'm Gecko, lovely to have you here. Love the videos, extremely helpful. I'm glad you found them useful. And thank you so much for using your Prime as well. Straight in there. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Lovely to have you here. I have a whole load of emotes for you to use as you will. Thank you so much indeed. And if you want to stock up safely, only buy mats that already have a use instead of banking them for becoming useful. Yes, and then that's the other thing as well. And Umith, lovely to have you here. Okay, we've done that, we crafted that, we need to post this lot on. And Olan B, good evening to you, hope you're doing well. So we're going to go for a post scan on this lot. A couple of IRL gold for me, thank you so much. Okay, what's this one, Wave? Post this lot on. It's just loading. Whilst this is here, I'm also going to check. Tuxedo jacket, sell price 29,715. The tuxedo bug is still there. That is incredibly expensive. That is incredibly expensive. Okay, if that bug comes in, then that's definitely printing gold. Right, so I need to check for a Silas just in case. Transportation, that's fine. I think it would be greedy for me to think of one now. To get one, think of getting one now after all the silences I've had. So I'll log out now, keep hold of my 5 minutes for later. Okay, I think I'm going to finish up in a minute here. I'm just going to do a quick council scan on Samadan, and then I'm probably done for the day. There's been a long old discussion of the relics, and some good experimentation and thoughts there. So we've had a really good, I guess, more things to chew on and think about when it comes to making sales and things like that. I don't think we're... Let me just check what kind of sales I have got at the moment. We do have some expires. I've got some fireweed there as well, so let's pick that up as well. And then we'll go and just post that lot on. There we are. And what does my TSM look different? Because this is TSM 4.10 beta, which you can sign up for. It is in open beta now. It's first come first serve. Slash TSM beta. There we go. And there's a link in that blog post there where you'll be able to sign up for it if you are interested in testing it out. There we go. Right. Okay, I think that's me probably done for today. Thank you everyone for such an amazing stream. It's been lovely to discuss all the various things with you all today with Relics, and check out the Shadowlands bits and pieces, as well as do some regular gold making. It's been absolutely wonderful. I hope you have a great weekend as well. Let me see if I can find someone to throw some love on over to. Now Seathrift is on. I didn't do Seathrift last time, and Seathrift very kindly gave me a raid earlier, so it'll be nice to post, nice to return the love her way. So let's go set that up. Hold on, that's just gone wrong. Wait for my window to come back. There we go. Flash raid Seathrift. That doesn't look like I've spelt it correctly. Yeah, it looks strange when you spell it. There we go, thank you very much. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all on Sunday's Wowhead Weekly Wrap-Up. We'll probably be talking about Relics again, as it's kind of developing further and further. Thank you all for such a fantastic stream. Thank you all for your kind words, donations, love, cheers, presents and chats. It's been absolutely amazing. And so until next time, happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon.